Okay, the circuit intervention, I'm gonna try that. A suspicious man to follow or not. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to listen to my orders. See if anything changes. What was the right call here? Should he take the guy down or back off after all? Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP, or let the other officer chase after the guy. Kano has his own job to do. Let's see what happens if he chose that. Kuze's instruction has been cleared. Let the other officer chase after the guy. Kano has his own job to do. He broke off his pursuit, pointing to the next wave of detectives in the direction of the foreigner who had fled. Kano had almost gotten close to get a good look at the guy's face. Oops, sorry. But if Kuze has ordered him to let the guy go, well, his boss should know that what he was doing. The perp was someone else's problem now. Kano headed back to the scramble and took up his post again. He told me he was still standing at the handoff point, staring worriedly in the direction that the suspect had fled. No doubt she was wondering why all of a sudden the police had decided to let the guy go. Kano jogged over to Hitomi, but before he could reassure her... Yeah! Okay, that's Hachi. Hachi just attacked me because we were getting close to that girl, and a sudden blow from behind sent him sprawling to the ground. Kano's mind flooded with rage as he scrambled back to his feet. What the hell? He spun around to find himself grappling by a belligerent young man. What the hell is your problem? Kano snapped. What the hell is your problem? The stranger shot back. Let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal. Don't call me pal, man. Don't call me man, pal. And then everybody's looking at us. What the fuck are they doing? The crowd had begun to stare. Not good. Here he was, causing a scene in public, blowing his cover in the middle of an important case. This was neither the time nor place for some dumb random quarrel. Even as he came to his senses, Kano felt the strength ebb from the stranger's grip. He pushed the man away and quickly turned back towards Hitomi. She was gone. He scanned the area for any sign of her, but she has vanished without trace. Kuze's mobile command center has also disappeared. What did I miss? The blood drained from Kano's face. The investigation had left him utterly behind. There wasn't even any signal on his radio. They must have switched frequencies while he was caught up in the tussle. Kano turned back to confront the troublemaker. And he was gone too! Kano spun on his heel, searching, but the young man was nowhere in sight. The attaché case, Hitomi, the troublemaker, he had lost all three! Right out of the starting gate. He bungled the entire operation. He should have left Tateno to look after Hitomi and gone after the attaché case himself. What the hell was he doing? Kano felt his self-confidence ebbing away like water. Maybe it's time to move back to the sticks. Maybe Tokyo's too fast-paced for a screw-up like me. He had no idea what to do next, and so he just stood there, frozen. Already drafting his letter of resignation in his head. Aww. Bad end. Alright. Lost sight of the kidnapper. Number 2. Alright. I got this one. I want to check what the hint that was. Kano lost sight of Hitomi because of his scuffle with Hachi Endo. If he had chased after the thief who took the attaché case, this probably wouldn't have happened. Go back to Kano's 1030 timestamp and try making a different choice. Alright, that's what I did, like... And it saves, of course it does. But if I do that... Oh, I cannot go back! Oh, I see. Let's see, how can I screw up with Hachi? Here. Approach the girl. Did I just destroy my progress? What kind of person takes a young lady lock around something heavy like that? Actually figure he offered to carry it for her. Alright. The girl kept shifting her grip. It was clearly a strain for her to keep holding the case, but she didn't set it down. Whatever was inside, it has to be something pretty important. Hachi made his way over to her, bristling inwardly at whoever had left her waiting like this. If I were you, I would bust the head out of the punk that kept you waiting. Huh? That thing looks heavy. Let me carry it for you. The girl stared back at Hachi with wide eyes, but said nothing. Really, I'm happy to help. I'm not going to steal it or anything. His tone was hurried, and he impulsively reached for the attaché case. An instant later, a group of men descended on him from all sides. Rah! Hey, what the hell? For an instant, Hachi froze, unable to process just what was happening. And he's on the ground. He tried to run, but the men shoved him unceremoniously to the ground and held him there. They were shouting about something or other, but he couldn't make out their words. The more he tried to struggle, the harder they held him down. What the hell is this? You could tell us that down at the precinct. A man in the suit knelt alongside him, flashing a police badge. That was Kano. What? You're arresting me? The heck did I even do? Wrong place at the wrong time, buddy. Instead of answering, they shoved Hachi into the backseat of a patrol car. He gazed dejectedly out the window. He could still see the girl. She didn't have the case anymore. Now she was talking to a man with a cane. Was he the person she'd been waiting for? A moment later, the car turned the corner and the two of them slipped out of view. Hachi slumped back in the seat, sulking and silent. Several hours passed. After a bunch of pointless questioning, the police finally determined he was innocent and his father came to pick him up. For a long while, Hachi just stared intently out the window of the car. Finally, his father caught his attention. The old man seems to be in a surprisingly good mood despite having to collect his son from the jailhouse. Hachi, there's something I want to talk to you about. If it's about me taking over the shop, now is not the time, okay? No, it's not that. Look, let's just get home first. Sure, don't feel like going out today anyway. But now I'm curious, what do you want to talk about? I got some good news. I think you'll be pleased. I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Please don't tell me you're getting remarried or something. Dad, I really don't like the sound of that. And so began a very long conversation. Bad end. Arrested, number 5. So, I got 4 bad endings only with Kano alone. I know what the... I don't need the hint. I don't need your stinking hint. I know what the... Oh, okay, I see how it works. How it works is... if I go back, I break my progress. I'm gonna have to fix that later, but... yeah, what I'm gonna do from now on is... what I'm gonna do from now on is that... where I'm gonna... try to pick what I think is the wrong answer first. And trigger the bad ending first. Because right now I think I have to... I think I've destroyed some of my progress. I need to make sure. The young man started speaking enthusiastically to Hitomi. The detective watched uncertain. Was he really the kidnapper? It's gotta be him. The situation wasn't entirely clear and he needed to get a better look at things. The situation wasn't very clear. You need to get a look at things. The newcomer had held a bundle of letter-sized paper, which he shoved to Hitomi as he went on talking. He tried to hand her one of the papers, but she pointedly ignored him. Undeterred, the man kept trying to foist off on her. Hitomi refused to respond, becoming as motionless as a statue of Hachiko behind her, until finally the man gave up and walked away. Guess it wasn't him. Kano felt the tension of the moment linger in his spine. Alright, this I think I already see the scene. Yeah, I already seen that scene. Read that, already read that. I can read the future, but I cannot jump in the future. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna change my thing with Hachi. Now I do the jump. Alright, I think I just fixed the timeline. I just gotta be sure. This is gonna lead me to the... Oh no, it worked. I want to check on something first. Ah, now it's open. Alright, alright. So, they're not erased, they're just hidden. So now I can try and see what's the deal taking her hand. I got two choices here at 10:35. I'll see how can I mess it up, and then I'm gonna fix that right after with Achi. Alright, so Achi turned back around. The girl was still there. She was staring in the direction of the man who was taking the case. Had gone, a worried expression on her face. Like she couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe you should talk to her and ask what was going on. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They had to be shooting a scene for a film on location. Would probably be a mistake to intrude. Yeah, I bet that's what this is. Some TV show about a kidnapping and the girl has to make the ransom handoff. And there's probably some actor lurking around here playing the suave, handsome detective. Achi gave a chuckle and turned away. Yeah, that's not what he does. A soothing breeze blew by wispy clouds drifted overhead. They picked a nice day for a shoot. Smiling inwardly, he resumed his trash-picking mission, wondering what other surprise the day would hold. Oh! A few moments later, he heard a loud bang and the scramble went into an uproar. Huh. Someone blew a tire? Oh, that was a gunshot. People were running all directions to see what made the sound. Ah, oh yeah, maybe they're shooting an action scene now. Achi was a tad bit curious, but he strolled away from the scramble without looking back. Maybe he'd head out to Yotsuya today to stretch his leg a bit. Let's look. Yotsuya, neighborhood of the Shinjuku ward in the southeastern part of Tokyo, located approximately 4 kilometers northeast of Shibuya Station. While the number 428 in Japanese can be pronounced the same as the syllable for the name Shibuya, they can also be pronounced like the syllable for Yotsuya. Additionally, April 28th is both Shibuya Day and Yotsuya Day along with Seniors Day. Okay. It was best not to get distracted. There was trash that needed collecting. Bad end. Your future is garbage! Achi decided to go on collecting trash because he decided the commotion and the scramble was probably just a TV shoot in progress. He probably had a pretty uneventful day, which is all well and good for him, but the girl was actually in danger, and he would have discovered if he had investigated further. He missed his chance to help her out, go back, try making a different choice. But if he doesn't intervene here, if I go back with Kano here, am I gonna end up be getting hit up with Achi still? I'm gonna try again, see if it gives me a different ending. Someone help Hitomi! Cannot recognize Kuse's string marks walking immediately. He had just ceased his pursuit when Kuse's panicked voice sounded shrill in his ears. Subject is male. He appears to be carrying a gun. He's fleeing in the direction of Meijidori. What? Kano could hardly believe it. He told me he had been kidnapped and she'd been abducted by whoever had taken Maria. But why? Someone must have been waiting for the moment when the police took their eyes off her. Something's very wrong here. What in the world is going on? Kano hurried to search for the man who was taking Hitomi. If he was heading towards Mijidori, there was a good chance he could run down to the hallway nearby. After darting through the side street, he spotted a different man, another foreigner. But that's what... oh, so this is exactly the ending I got if I keep following the guy without, yeah, I'm ending up being shot. So what's the deal? And then I got another shoes to make here. So let's see what happens. So option A, and then I'll just grab the girl. No, not grab the girl. The guy, the cane is coming. Something's wrong. Yeah. A revolver. Suddenly a young man came running through the crowd. Seeing him, the man with the cane turned on his heel and vanished in the scramble. Something big was going down. That was Kano! Oh, since I asked him to come back, on his side it has the bad end. Now from Achi's perspective, it says I'm not intervening, he does. What is all this? The young man was closing in on the girl, his expression grinned. That guy's up to no good. Achi sprang into motion. Yeah! Oh, this is where I attacked, this is where I Achi attacked Kano. Oh, no. I see how it works, so... Alright. Interesting. Leaping high, Achi delivered a flying kick right between the man's shoulder blades. Now the guy went down but recovered surprisingly fast, spinning back to his feet to grapple with Achi. What the hell is your problem? What the hell is your problem, man? Achi snapped. The two of them staring at each other as the crowd swirled around them. Let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal. Don't call me pal, man. Don't call me man, pal. Neither man was willing to yield. The crowd had parted to avoid the scuffle. Passersby were staring from all sides. Well, crap. Achi got a sudden sinking feeling. What the hell am I even doing? Jumped in over my head as usual. His anger melted away, he loosened his grip. Without further argument, the other man let go of Achi's jacket. Turning quickly away, the stranger hurried over to the statue of Hachiko where he dropped on his knees dejected. Aww. The girl who'd been standing there was nowhere to be seen. Maybe this was the guy she'd been waiting on? The guy was clearly upset that she was missing. Hachi actually felt kind of bad for him. He decided it would be wise to leave while the guy's attention was elsewhere. Phew! He hurried back along the road up to his house. The wind had gone out of his sails and he didn't feel much like cleaning up trash anymore. Oh well, guess I'll read some manga and go to bed. Better play it safe before the day got any worse. Bad end. Tussle with a stranger. Alright. Bad ending number 6. Do I got all the bad endings? I wonder. Okay, so here I gotta play Kano first, then I can move with Hachi. So here, catching the guy. Man's switches to side street. He knew his way around SHIBUYA. Alright. Pedestrian, voltage resistant bridge. Now this is where he dropped the... This is where he dropped the suitcase. Okay. This is where I can move on. Here. Taking her hand. Alright, let's see how I can, what can happen here. The police box, let's go. Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here. The would-be assassin was getting back to his feet. She grabbed the girl by the hand. Run! Without so much as a backward glance, he led her beneath the railway overpass for the Yamanote line. They need to get as far away as possible fast. Their best bet was to head toward the east side of the station. It was less crowded there, it would be easier to run. Don't worry, you can trust me, dragging his girl behind him. He took off through the crowd. Suddenly it dawned on him that he still held the trash bag in his other hand. You know, this thing's gonna be a real pain in my ass. She paused just long enough to toss the trash into a garbage bin as they passed by a park, then took off again. Someone shouted from behind, "Stop right there!" She looked back in alarm to see a stranger starting after him. It was one of the guys from the crowd who had run after the attaché case snatcher. You gotta be kidding me! Now he's chasing us! Whoever he was young and fit and gaining fast. That's not Kano. That's another detective. Realizing the girl could never outrun this guy, Hachi stopped abruptly. Shielding her behind him, he turned to face the stranger. Oh no, that's Kano. Why did you run off? Because you were chasing us! The other fellow eyed Hachi skeptically. Maybe he was a buddy of the man with the crane. Keeping his guard up, Hachi began to back away. Look! Just let the girl go. The guy was acting like he knew her. Hachi glanced back, but the girl only shook her head wide-eyed. The other man's posture shifted, prepared to lunge. But as Hachi braced himself for a scuffle, something came crashing down upon the stranger's head. Gah! He got hit from behind. His eyes wobbled and spun in their socket, and he collapsed in a heap on the ground. And there, standing behind him... Who the hell is that? Was the girl he helped up earlier the one he'd saved from the hustlers? Wow! Wow! That girl came back. I didn't know she was gonna pay off later. Was she supposed to be in the story? Hey, you're that girl from this morning. Are you okay? Next to the fallen pursuer's form was a rather thick book. She nodded toward it. He looked dangerous, so I just threw that at him. She threw a book at the guy behind, and he hit him behind the head and got, Oh yeah! Thank you! This saves my bacon big time. It's the least I could do to offer the way you helped me earlier. Sure thing. You should probably get out of here before that guy comes to. Like you said, he's probably dangerous. Right. Hachi scooped the heavy book and handed it to the girl, who promptly left the scene. Now we better get out of here. The girl nodded. They started down the street, only to see the man with the cane around the corner a few dozen meters ahead. This is not good. The assassin has spotted them and they hurried in this direction. This way! Hachi led the girl into a nearby alleyway, but this way's a dead end. Oh, wait. Is that a good? That brings us to the same, Yeah, that's bring us to the same story, but wait, something's off. Because it says to be continued. Can I continue with this guy? You notice two people over by a trash pile. At first they appear to be a young couple. Oh, this is... Oh, okay. This interaction blocked me here. Then looking more closely, I realized that the girl was Hitomi. Mr. Kuze, I located Hitomi Ozawa. The couple took off running, the rough-looking guy dragging Hitomi by the hand. She's with a man in his 20s. It looks like she's being led away against her will. Clarify, please, Kuze demanded. What's going on? I'm not sure. Was this guy a member of some criminal group? It looked like the two were running away from something. Alright, we'll handle the foreigner. You go after Hitomi. Got it. Kano sprang into action. Stop right there! The young man glanced back at Kano, but rather than stopping, he picked up speed, continuing to drag Hitomi along with him. She didn't seem quite able to keep up. Kano knew he could catch him. He tried to close the distance in a sprint. After a short distance, the young man stopped, realizing he couldn't outrun his pursuer. Shielding Hitomi behind him, he glowered at Kano. Why did you run off? Kano demanded. Because you were chasing us! A blatant lie. People didn't just bolt like that without good reason. The young stuff started edging away, keeping Hitomi behind him. Kano followed. Look, just let the girl go. The guy glanced back at Hitomi. She shook her head fearfully. Maybe this troublemaker had warned her to keep her mouth shut. You've got this, Kano. Just don't let them out of your sight. He gets closer, and then a sudden blow to the top of his head felt him staggering. His eyes spun as he reeled with vertigo. There was a flapping sound, and a vague black shape wheeled above him. That was the book he received upside his head. Was that a crow? No, it wasn't a crow, that was a book. And then he fainted. It was the last thing Kano saw before his vision went dark. Bad end. What happened? Was that a crow? Bad ending number 3. In the midst of chasing the man who snatched the attaché case, Kano happened across Hitomi and Hachi. While confronting them, he suffered a blow to the head and was knocked out cold. But Hachi only came this way because he thought it was the quickest way to escape with Hitomi. If he'd gone for the police box instead, things might have gone differently. The key is what Hachi does at 10:35. Alright, so they're telling us like what to do. Like it's more than a hint at this point. It's like, alright, you fucked up. Bad times, 10-hour block. Did I got all the... I'm gonna check my trophies. View all bad endings in the 10-hour time block. Oh, alright, alright. Those were all the bad endings. So I need to change my decision here. Because also the police box was a good idea. I had no idea if it was a good idea or not. So it was like pretty objective. Alright, so I'm choosing this. Saving. Alright, so if I go here, it was empty. If I go here, alright, now I move to 11. Alright. Alright, so where can I go here? There's no decision here. Kano is straight. Oh wait, Kano, there's something you could do here. Head to the cafe. Oh yeah, I can go to head to the cafe, see what happens. There were plenty of detectives still tailing the suspect. Taking 15 minutes or so to meet with Shizuo wouldn't be such a big deal, would it? This is my big chance. I should go meet with Rumi and Shizuo while I can. It's now or never, Kano decided. His future happiness depended on winning over Shizuo. He might not have the opportunity later if the kidnapping case wound up going south. He would just have to make sure he didn't linger too long. He was trying to decide the best way to save as much time as possible when he caught sight of a taxi passing by. Whoa! He stepped out of the street to flag the cab down. The station wasn't too far away, but it would be faster to take a car than run there. The taxi screeched to a halt. Careful, buddy, shouted the cab driver to the open window. You're gonna get yourself killed. Looking more closely, Kano saw that there was already someone in the backseat. Ah, crap. He hadn't considered that the cab might already be taken. Still, he didn't have time to wait for another to come along. Kano leaned close to the back door of the taxi. Please, I need you to let me have this cab. Beggars can be choosers after all. No way! Snapped the passenger. He didn't seem the genial type. This must be, what's his face? Mizori Garaki? I don't know. Please, I'm begging you here. Look, I'm in a hurry, pal. Get your own cab. I know how ridiculous this must sound, but please, this is really, really urgent. Urgent? Yes, it is a matter of life and death. Please. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm dealing with something urgent here, too. Yeah, it's him. Just let me ride. Then let me ride with you. I'll pay for the whole fare. My entire future's on the line here. Sorry, buddy. It's life or death on my end, too. I gotta look after me and mine. Kano could see this was going nowhere. Right, so sorry to trouble you. Kano stepped back in frustration. The taxi sped away. Kano scanned the area, looking for other cabs. Is that gonna affect yeah. Now I'm putting now I changed the timeline here. Minorikawa, is this gonna affect Minorikawa's timeline since he was in a taxi? Kano scanned the area looking for another cab. Instead, he spotted the man with the attaché case. Oh! It was a stroke of dumb luck, but Kano wasn't going to lose sight of him now. He decided to follow. Further up Ando Genzaka, in the direction the perp was heading, was the Yamate-dori joined Route 246. Maybe the guy was planning to meet up with the getaway car? No, wait, hold on. If that were the plan, why would the gang have ditched the motorcycle earlier? Kano started tailing the man, racking his brain all the while. Heading toward another. Okay, this movement doesn't change. Kano Rajo Kuze on the wireless. It's a digital in order to make transmission more difficult to intercept. There are several different channels available, including the basic local channel, a common channel for contacting other nearby patrol cars, channel assigned to a specific precinct, action update channels for Red Squad, and so on. There is also a separate channel specifically for kidnapping case, not on the standard wavelengths. Sir, I don't think there's any point in seeing where this guy leads us anymore. That's not your call to make. Keep watching him. Sir, this is a waste of time. That girl might be in danger if... Kano's argument was cut short as he saw the man hand off the attaché case to yet another foreigner. Again. Detective work to two groups. Again. So this leads him to the subway station, right? Lautrec. Cannot skip it since it's a new path. But it's already aware of the things I already read. Want to check something? Oh, that leads to the batting anyway. Alright. So this leads to a keep out. Oh, there are three decisions here. Finding an opening. There's three options. This one is, oh, the Yakuza looking guys. And the proprietor's testimony. I don't want to scrap Achi's timeline. It looks fine. Minorikawa, that lead. Is that a keep out? Phone call from Toyama. I don't remember that. Frantic journey started 20 minutes earlier. He's been home working on an interview piece. He clocks his phone annoyance. Be quiet! I'm writing here! Minorikawa speaking. Hello? Toyama? Evan Publishing. Why did it stop there? Is it because of the taxi thing? I want to read what about 4-star. Whoops. Yeah, it cuts there for some reason. 4-star general gossip, a magazine focusing on the private lives of celebrities and politicians. Most of the articles found in its page are random nonsense, but out of every 100 or so contains an actual major scoop, making it difficult outlets to ignore. Alright. Are you crying? The only way I can do is die. Oh, the taxi lurched into a sudden stop as the driver slammed on the brakes. Oh, okay. Is this gonna trigger a bad ending because of that decision right there? Oh. Minorikawa pitched forward, his face smacking against the back of the seat in front of him. Kimizuka stuck his head out the window. Careful, buddy! He shouted at someone at the street ahead. You're gonna get yourself killed! Minorikawa blinked the stars from his eyes and saw a man moving alongside the cab. The guy grabbed onto the handle of the back door. Please, I need you to let me have this cab! No way, Minorikawa snapped. Just who does this guy think he was? Just who did this guy think he was? Please, I'm begging you here. Look, I'm in a hurry, pal. Get your own cab. I know how ridiculous this must sound, but please, this is really, really urgent. Urgent? Yes, it's a matter of life and death. Please. The guy did look pretty desperate. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm dealing with something urgent here too. Then let me ride with you. I'll pay for the whole fare. My entire future's on the line here. The guy sure was persistent. Maybe he was telling the truth. But Minorikawa had a problem of his own. Sorry, buddy. It's life or death on my end too. I gotta look after me and mine. Oh, so now when he's gonna come, the guy's already gonna be dead instead of stopping in. Kano! You killed someone! Somebody died because of you! Right, so sorry to trouble you. Finally, the guy gave up and shuffled away. Guess it couldn't have been that much of a life-ending crisis after all. Minorikawa checked his wristwatch. Damn it! 11:15! That just cost us 5 minutes. I'll try to make it up, sir, the driver called back. The taxi lurched into motion, the engine quickly revving up the speed. Oh, we see the guy running fast. Once inside the building, we avoided the elevators in favor of rushing up the stairs. Evan Publishing rented out the 3rd and 4th floor. In all likelihood, Toyama would be at the editing department of the 4-star general gossip on the 4th floor. When he got there, the door was locked. Mr. Toyama! Hey, Mr. Toyama! He shouted and banged, but there was no reply. Something was seriously wrong. Minorikawa took a deep breath and then kicked the door in. Whoa! The sight he stepped into the office filled him with horror. Too late! Minorikawa clutched the side of his head. I'm too late! Oh no, if only I'd gotten here a little sooner! Like 5 minutes earlier! Bad end. Bad end number 13. Just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. I know where to go. I know where to go. Alright, now I see now. I see now. Alright, back to Kano. Oh wait, not here. Not here. Earlier, earlier, earlier. Here. Head to the cafe. Sorry. Alright, so doing that. Alright, Minorikawa. That brought him to the keep out, but he did something else too. Have the taxi wait. This could pan out for later. I don't see how the how waiting for the taxi is gonna affect anything. Maybe the taxi's not gonna be there. Alright, let's try this. Have the taxi wait. Should we have the taxi wait here? Or would it be better to call an ambulance? Sir, is there a problem? The driver asked. Wait here, I'll be right back. No, I'm fine. You're a lifesaver. How much do I owe you? No, I'm fine. You're a lifesaver. How much do I owe you? Minorikawa paid the fare and got out of the cab. I'm going to swing by the train station, and if I don't get any passenger... Oh, sorry, that's the taxi cab. I'm going to swing by the train station, and if I don't get any passenger, I'll come by this way again, Kimizuka said. The taxi pulled away. Once inside, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Haven Publishing were on the third and fourth floors. Third and fourth floors. The door was locked. Mr. Toyama! Something was seriously wrong. Kick the door. Yeah, he was about to. He was about to, but he didn't. Standing on the stool about to slip his head to a noose that hung from the ceiling. What the hell are you doing? Ah, sorry. My back is scratching. All right. Human crush the floor and tangled heap. I want to check the... Alright, yeah, the decision is going to affect later on after the keep out, but right now doesn't do anything. This leads to the bad end because it's 11:55 already. Yeah, when Osawa came in it was too late. So, alright, so Osawa. Alright, Osawa. Let's see, Ai shows up. Yeah, his wife. Yes, come in, give me a second. Oh yeah. Sure the thing. Sure the thing. Yes, come in. Ai stepped into the study, the room filled with the scent of her perfume. Have you reconsidered the whole America thing? She asked. This again, Osawa thought sullenly to himself. Please, he said. Can we not discuss this right now? If not now, then when? You know this is a decision to just make on your own. On his latest business trip, a major American pharmaceutical firm attempted to headhunt him, asking him to join them and be among the top researcher in the world. How does it affect? Not for much now. So let's play this along. Signature. Darling, please. Think about it from my perspective. If you leave for America, what am I supposed to tell my father? He got so used to it, that grating whine of hers. Have you considered what might happen to Okoshi if you leave, dear? We can discuss that once all this is finished. You don't remember you're a director, right? You have responsibilities. Stop thinking about yourself so much. With a sour look, I turned and departed. Well, he had known that moving to America would never be a simple matter. That didn't do much. Alright. Alright, back to Achi. Let's see, there are 3 things I can do with him. And then, if anything is not conclusive, if I don't mess up the timeline anymore. Alright, so finding an opening, confronting the gunman. Alright, let's see what. Seeing this chance, Achi lunged forward in an attempt to wrest the gun away, grabbed it to me and ran. Alright, I'm gonna do the more stupid thing in the world. Lunged forward in an attempt to wrest the gun away. Seeing his chance, Hachi lunged toward in an attempt to wrest the gun away. Yeah! He reached out with both hands, attempting to knock it to the floor. The man's grip on the weapon was stronger than he expected, however, and he shoved Hachi away with a surprising force. The gunman's posture radiated a ferocious determination. His eyes, though, were like a dead man's, wide and hollow. It was unsettling, to say the least. Who the heck is this guy? He told me, get out of here now! Hachi shouted. But he told me he was rooted in place with terror. Run! Snapping out of it at last, she bolted for the door. She paused in the doorway to look back at him. Hachi! What the hell are you waiting for? Hachi snarled. Get out of here now! Finally, he told me he slipped out of the building. At some point, the assassin had managed to snatch up a beer bottle in his free hand. The one I took. Uh-oh. Hachi tried to duck, but he was a hair too slow. The makeshift weapon caught him in the left ear. He staggered, his head spinning, barely able to tell which way was up. His vision dimmed, but still he refused to yield. He headbutted the man in the nose as hard as he could. The assassin staggered backwards. Then all of the remaining strength left Hachi's body. They both pass out. Bad end number 9, beaten up by the man with the cane. Hachi tried to fight dangerous assassin unarmed, but the man turned out to be more than he could handle. There's got to be some better way to get out of there. Try choosing a less risky course of action. Let's try running away. Hitomi! Hachi grabbed Hitomi and ran. He charged the man in the doorway, kicking at the cane he leaned on. The assassin lost his balance and stumbled to the left. Run! Still holding Hitomi's hands as she rushed off of the club. The two sprinted away through the side streets and alleys of Shibuya. She began to feel as if they were running some maddening maze. Before long, the two had made it almost as far as Aoyama. Wait up! Huh? Hachi, wait up! Hachi glanced back at Hitomi. Oh, my bad. Guess you've been running pretty hard. Are you tired? Alright. Okay, this works too. Then we're gonna see the Yakuza looking guy. No harm in helping a couple lost dudes as she pointed them in the direction of Santa Guy. No harm. Yeah, it's just this way. See? What the hell did I tell you? The Bulgar snapped at his companion. My bad, man. My bad. You were right. God, you couldn't find your way out of a paper bag with a map and a compass. My bad, man. Get us a taxi. Word. Thanks, man! The stranger nodded at Hachi. Sorry to bug ya. With that, the two headed off toward the main road. So what happened there? Nothing? Hachi and Hitomi around. Yeah. Alright, so Hachi here. Proprietress testimony. Has she really seen a blue van? But women her age weren't always most reliable. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is gonna bring a bad ending with comedy ensued. Women of her age weren't always the most reliable. Hachi wanted to make absolutely sure. You swear you really saw it? Of course I did! Why would I lie about something like that? The proprietress let out an annoying huff. I'm not fond of lying or being called a liar! Oh, hey, I didn't mean it like that. Really, sorry to bother you. Hitomi hung her head in frustration as they left the soba shop. Hachi did his best to cheer her up. Hey, we might still find that car. Let's try waiting around here for a while. Just waiting? What good would that do? It's possible that they went looking for you when you didn't show up, she said. That didn't change? No, that didn't change, but that's probably a detail that's gonna back me in the ass later on. Alright, I think that's everything. Yeah, alright, let's start. Wait, not here. With Tama handing out samples. Yeah, I see a mascot handing out free samples. Oh, he's so tiny. For a mascot, he's so tiny. Ah, it's so hot! Oh, it's so hot in this thing. Way too hot. I feel like I'm sitting in the sauna. Everyone else on the street looks nice and cool. But here I am getting treated to my very own personal midsummer heat wave. On top of that, I can barely see, I can barely breathe for that matter, but hey, what can I do? Huff, huff. Pit, pit. Huff, huff, pit, pit. Oh man, I'm so thirsty. Some iced tea would be amazing right now.
I'm going to pass out from dehydration at this rate. I may as well admit that I underestimated how tough this would be. Who knew wearing a mascot costume could be so uncomfortable? A delicate young lady like myself has no business doing this sort of job. I suddenly have so much respect for the people on those superhero team shows. Yeah. Like, can you imagine those Power Rangers doing action scenes in something like this? Heck, all I'm doing is standing here and I'm this close to calling it quits! But I can't. I need the work. I need the money. This is no time to be a wuss. If I give up on this, what else am I possibly going to do? Check out the revolutionary new diet drink, Burning Hammer! I trust a free sample to our passerby, shouting as loud as I can.
Free sample, a free portion, usually quite small, of a product given out to consumers as a sales gimmick. Allows them to test the quality and effect of a cosmetic or a health product prior to purchase. Frequently referred to as a trial size or freebie version of the product, in addition to passing out free sample on the street, some shop also includes free samples with purchased products. Please note that simply taking a product without paying for it in order to test it out... Wait! Simply taking a product without paying for it in order to test it out is theft. Don't do it. Free sample is okay, but if you're going to the supermarket just to try something without paying for it, that is theft.
Come on and give it a try! Oh, it's no use. People just walk by one after the other. They avoid looking at the sample. It's been like this ever since I started standing here. What gives? You'd figure at least one person would have taken a bottle by now. I mean, it's free! But I haven't managed to give away a single one! If this keeps on, there's no way I'm getting paid. And then this whole miserable experience will all have been for nothing. Just drink this and watch the pounds melt away! No exercising or dieting necessary! I can hear the desperation in my own voice. Just burn, burn, burn! Burn those pounds away! They're giving me cold looks now. They probably think I'm some shyster trying to offload dodgy product. Is that simple? That's simple, folks! Just drink the way! I guarantee it! Heck, this whole thing reeks of a scam to me, too. Losing weight just by drinking some concoction is way too good to be true. But still, free is free! You'd think I'd be able to give one or two away. It's not like I'm not trying. Okay, pep talk time! You can do this! Think about the money! Just start with one bottle! Alright, I'm going to give this bottle away to the next person I see, no matter what! I close my eyes and gather my determination. I just need to get started, and the momentum will be built from there.
Oh, it's Sasayama.
Alright, eyes open! There are two people walking in my direction. Wait, two? Oh no, which one do I pick? If I keep waffling, they're both going to pass me by.
Okay, so if I don't choose here, I'm gonna give Kano the bad ending again, since Sasayama she managed to give a free bottle to Sasayama, so I'm gonna choose the other guy, the guy with the goatee, the little pinch.
I just need to hand this bottle off. Which one of these guys looks more likely to take it? Clutching the free sample in my furry fist.
Hey, I tried to force it on the businessman to my left. I tried to force it on the disheveled fellow to my right.
Clutching the free sample in my furry fist. I tried to force it off on the businessman to my left. There you go, sir. A free sample of Burning Hammer, the latest, greatest diet drink. businessman flashes me a look of utter contempt and makes a point of avoiding me as he slips past. Bam! There goes the wind right out of my sails. I wonder how the other mascot is doing about now.
There's a chicken.
There's a sale demo happening today at 1 o'clock in the Dokani building. Bark, bark, bark. Looks like the
Chicken has handed out all kinds of samples. I don't get it. How come nobody's taking any of mine? What could I possibly be doing wrong? 11:04. I look at the clock. It's a little after 11. My morning of wandering around Hawk and Diet drinks just about over. I need to get ready to get over to the sales demo. I'd love to take the costume off, but then I would have to carry it. The samples I haven't given are almost too heavy as it is. Oh well, I might not have gotten results, but I tried my best. I sure hope they don't withhold my pay or anything.
Hey, what gives? You got that many left?
clock, clock, clock.
The chicken speaks with a female voice. Yeah, I reply sheepishly. Nobody seems to want to take mine.
Well, I mean, are you looking at the right targets? Bark, bark, bark.
Huh?
Like groups of girls or bored-looking older ladies. Bark, bark. Those are the types you gotta be gunning for, you know. Bark, bark.
Wow, I hadn't even considered that! Now that she said it, it seems so obvious! This is a diet drink after all! Of course I'm not gonna have any luck trying to force it off random guys!
Well, whatever.
The chicken says.
Here, give me the samples you got left.
I handed over my samples and the chicken dumps a whole lot of them into the basket.
I'll drink whatever's left so they don't find out you didn't pass them out.
She says. Huh? Wait, like all of them?
Yeah, all of them. Bark, bark.
The chicken sounds pretty confident in herself. These may just be sample-sized bottles, but still they add up to a lot. I can feel myself on the brink of tears at the kindness of her offer. Thank you so much! That's a huge help! I bow deeply, which makes my mascot head wobble.
Now we see another poster of Hayakamiki, another poster of Hayakamiki.
Leaving the station behind, we head down Center Guy towards the Nukani building.
A multi-tenant office building in Udagawa-sho, located in Center Gai, Shibuya's downtown district. In addition to hosting the Weight Loss drink sales demo, the building is also home of the foreign capital protection firm Japan Cellcom, the IT mainstay Shibuya On Net (SON), video game developer Shindai Tradco, and Strike Back Labs, publisher of the monthly magazine San Strike Back, along with many other businesses. Okay, Nokane building. Oh wait, this is the place the Yakuza guys were talking about. Are we gonna meet them here? Uh-oh.
The Burning Hammer Cells demo is going to be out there this afternoon. The job's supposed to pay 10,000 yens for the day, but if we can sell at least 100 bottles at the demo, they've promised another 10,000 on top of that. I need to make sure I sell those 100 bottles. I need that I need the 20,000 yen and I need it ASAP.
Is that the demo? Where did they get those chairs? They look cheap. And there's like a lot of flags with different countries. Like there's Canada, Iceland, Italy, Spain, Greece. Is this Venezuela? Denmark, Germany, Panama. Is that Ireland? I don't know if that's Ireland or Italy. There's Australia, UK, China, Switzerland, USA. Not Iraq. What's red, white, and black? Anyway.
We arrive at the Nokani building, a rundown multi-tenant office complex. We headed into the room where the Burning Hammer sales demo is taking place. There are already about 50 seats set out. I wonder how many people the free samples will put in. A stage has been set at the far end of the room. That's where I'm going to be standing, sipping Burning Hammer while explaining its side effects to the customers. Hurry up and take that thing off! The chicken flaps her wing as she speaks. It's kind of early, but come on, let's have lunch. I'm starving. Now that you mention it, I realize I'm pretty hungry myself. The demo's not starting for another 2 hours. I can't win a war against my stomach for that long. The chicken and I head towards the waiting room where they set out our lunches for us.
Mind getting my back real quick?
The chicken asked. She arched her back towards me. Apparently she can't reach her own zipper.
Yeah, I can see why, since her wings, like, there's no hands. Like, there's no way she could take off her suit all by herself.
Oh sure, give me a second. I tried to unzip the back of the chicken suit, but my old suit's thick fuzzy fingers have a hard time of it.
What's the hold up? Come on, I'm roasting in this thing. Hurry up and get it off me.
I almost got it. Just awkward with these mitts. Finally, I got hold of the zipper and yanked it downward. Yeesh. Woo! The chicken emerged from the chicken as if the chicken itself were an egg.
Yeah, that's a chubby lady. That's a young woman, that's for sure. But she's egg shaped.
I'm alive.
Her red sweatshirt is drenched in sweat. Almost at once, she's kicking back and cooling off with a hard fan.
Sorry,
but would you mind getting me too, I ask?
Yeah, okay.
I turn my back to the girl. I hear metal clacking behind me. At long last, I'm about to be free of this 5-ton fursuit.
Huh?
The girl murmurs awkwardly. What? A spike of anxiety hits me. What's wrong? I ask.
Yeah, that's a no-go. Zipper's busted.
What?
Yeah, sorry, this thing ain't coming off.
Ah! My vision goes dark. No! I tug desperately at the costume, but no luck. I'm trapped inside.
Oh, what the crap!
Now she's stuck in the... It looks like a kitty suit, but it has a pouch in the front and a raccoon tail in the back. It looks like an albino red panda.
Oh well, we can talk to the boss about it when he gets back.
The girl says.
I mean, it's not like we can just cut it off you with scissors or anything.
She sounds entirely unconcerned. It's so unfair! I need to get out of this stuffy, sweltering steam bath as soon as possible! All I can do is clench my fists in impotent rage.
But anyway, good work out there today, the girl continues. I'm Chiriko Sugi, by the way. You can just call me Chiri.
Oh, cheery, like cheap, like the sound the chicken makes.
Chiri! She smiles and she introduced herself. I mean,
I am a pretty cheery gal, after all.
Cheery. She breaks into a hearty guffaw. Oh, sure. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess you're not gonna be able to eat lunch in that getup, huh?
Oh.
God, that's right! What should I do? Don't sweat it, just leave it to me.
Huh?
I'll eat both lunches myself.
Nom 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 nom.
Chewie doesn't even wait for me to reply before reaching for my lunch.
Alright, speaking of lunch, I need to go get some water. Be right back. Yeah, I cleaned my bottle, but I used too much hot water, or the water I've been using has been a bit too hot for the bottle, and it's kind of deformed a bit. So now I'm amazed to see that even though it's full, it's still standing up, even though it's like leaning. It's like a leaning tower of a bottle of water. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste, she said. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get another bottle of water.
She makes it sound like leftover food is a bigger concern than my hunger. I can feel my appetite stirring all the more as she devours my meal with a satisfied grin on her face. A faint, pathetic gurgle rises from my belly. It's just a cheap little prepackaged lunchbox, but right now it looks like a feast. Yum, 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 yum.
So what's your name?
She'd ask. Her cheeks are still packed with rice. My name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's, As I struggle to think of an answer, my eyes alight on the piece of tamagoyaki clutched between Chewy's chopsticks. Tamagoyaki!
I think those have eggs on the side of it, right? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's egg. That's egg.
The yellow slab of lightly grilled egg wobbles to and fro. Yum, 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 yum. I can see the inside from the way it's been sliced. It looks somewhat undercooked. There's still... The yolk is still liquid in the middle.
Come on, what's your name?
Huh? All right. Tama! It's Tama!
Huh? You mean like the famous cat? Well, ain't that fitting?
Chewy shortles and stuff her piece of tamagoyaki in her mouth and takes a big sweet gaga iced tea. I am beyond jealous. I wish I could gorge myself on those lunch boxes until I'm full to bursting. Heck, even a cold glass of iced tea would be a lifesaver right now. I'm so thirsty, I'm starting to get all dizzy. Maybe I really am getting dehydrated. This isn't good. If I don't do something, I'm gonna pass out before the sales demo even starts. And then I remember something. The zipper down my back might be busted, but I can still take the head off, right? That way I'd still be able to eat and drink stuff. Alright! I decided to...
Hey, grab the head with my both hands and yank it upwards with all my might. Rock my heads back and forth good and hard. Ask Chewy to assist me. Sorry, would you mind helping me pull my head off? I'm gonna do them all. I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna grab the head in both hands and yank it upward with all my might.
I decided to grab the head in both hands and yank it upward with all my might.
It's not working! Oh, come on!
No matter how hard I pull, it won't come on.
Ow!
A dull pain throbs at the back of my head. Did I smack against something at some point? Chewy flashes me a curious look.
What are you doing?
She asks. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. I tried putting again, refusing to give up.
That ain't gonna work. That thing's attached to the body.
I slapped forward in defeat, face planting on the tabletop. No!
Most folks would have noticed that when they put it on you now.
When I did it! The balls helped me get into it, it's the thing.
Well, don't let it get you down.
Shiri says.
Here, drink some of this.
She pulls a bottle with a straw from her bag and pours some of the tea into it. In the fever of thirst, I jammed the plastic straw through the mascot costume's mouth. Thankfully, it reaches as far as my own. I suck for all I'm worth! Suck! 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 I suck and I suck and I suck. My body rejoiced as the moisture returned to it. It's like rain coming to the desert. And thus, I revive! Actually, it kind of does feel like I'm coming back to life. Thank you so much! I'm never going to forget this as long as I live. With tears welling off in my eyes, I clutch Shiri's hands with my fuzzy mist.
Oh, hey, I'm not the kind of person to abandon someone in need, you know.
She replies. An embarrassed grin crosses her face. How come you're carrying this bottle around with you anyway, I ask.
Oh, that's because I make my own protein juice. In Japan, the word protein is frequently used to refer to a powdered health food supplement that contains vitamin and minerals as well as a protein component. It is dissolved in milk and another liquid to create a drink. A protein diet typically involves drinking a glass of this in the place of a meal. Drinking in place of tea would surely lead to weight gain. Yes! Yeah, protein juice. Yeah, protein juice is supposed to replace the meal, not replace a drink. So if you eat and drink with, if you drink with that,
protein juice? Never heard of it.
Oh, Soya Max. There's lean, there's almond flavor, there's nut peach, mild vanilla, soy, and is that nutmeg? No. I heard that if you have protein juice for one of your 3 meals a day, you'll lose weight. So yeah, I kinda need to keep it.
Given Chiri's soft, chubby frame, I don't think the protein been working so great for her.
I've been trying all sorts of stuff, but right now protein is totally the best thing for my diet. This stuff, though...
Chiri cast her eyes at the samples of burning hammer on the table.
It's like... totally bogus.
Huh? Bogus? That's a surprise.
Well, yeah,
Shiri says.
You've got to exercise if you want to burn body fat.
She smacks herself on one flabby arm.
I mean, there's no way you're gonna lose weight by taking more calories.
Huh. Didn't she just say she was drinking protein juice to lose weight? I keep that thought to myself. I mean,
that will be as ridiculous as all-you-can-eat Kobe beef.
She adds. She shakes her head seriously. I'm not sure about using all-you-can-eat anything as an example in the discussion about weight loss. But again, I keep the thought to myself.
But hey, a job's a job,
Shiri says after a moment, perking up again.
They tell me to sell this junk, I'll sell it.
A sudden wailing comes from the other side of the door.
Please, just give me time. I swear I'll get it back to you. What the heck?
Shiri says.
Is that the boss?
I nod. That's definitely Mr. Yanagishita's voice. He's the guy who hired me. Sidling up alongside Shiri, I very quietly open the door and take a peek inside.
Is that? Yeah, those are the Yakuza guys. Oh my god. Oh, we're working for Yakuza. Oh, alright. Let's cancel Ashi's decision.
Mr. Yanagishita is down on his hands and knees, begging while two unkempt-looking men glower at him.
Just a little more time, that's all I ask, he pleads. Once I sell this stuff, I can pay you back.
I see a tiny bottle of burning arrow in his hand.
Just a little more,
mimics the middle-aged fellow.
I just gotta sell this. We've heard enough of that out of you. Yeah.
The younger guy sneers.
We ain't giving you any more time, so quit asking. But I really just need a little longer this time. Yeah, the boss is having a big... I'm gonna applaud the boss for growing such a magnificent afro. Like, he looks Japanese, but for Japanese to grow afro is like respect. I just really need a little longer this time. Please, you gotta believe me.
From the look of things, Mr. Yanagishita is dealing with some loan sharks. And the two dogs are clearly in no mood for this continued groveling. Shiri and I exchanges a glance. It's probably best if we don't go out there right now. But now I'm really worried. Am I actually going to get paid for this gig? As I'm pondering that, one of the men grabs Yanagishita by the nape of the neck and drags him to his feet.
Come with us, pal. We'll take you someplace you can work off your debts. Say what?
Mr. Yanagishita wails. The two men drag him away.
Huh. Guess he's gone then,
Shiri says. She's already starting to pack up her things. Wait, what are you doing, I ask?
Going home. Not much point sticking around.
Going home?
I mean, the demo sure ain't happening now. Anyhow, it was nice working with you. See ya!
Moments later, Shiri's out of the door. Now what do I do? I've been left there all by myself, more or less at a total loss.
Bad end. Shift's over, number 11. Now I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. Don't worry, little Tama. I'll save you. It's at the same moment too. Between 1:15 and 1:20. The same time. Yeah. Thanks, man. Sorry to bother ya. Alright. Now it's saving. Now it brings me back to stuck in the cat costume. I'm gonna try another decision since the first one doesn't seem to work. Rock my head back and forth good and hard.
I decided to rock my head back and forth good and hard. What gives? It won't come free no matter how hard I try to bug it off. And to make things worse, now I got this dull, throbbing pain at the back of my head. Like I bumped my head somewhere, but I don't remember doing that recently. She flashes me a curious look.
What are you doing?
She asked. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. I tried pulling again, refusing to give up.
This ain't gonna work. That thing's attached to the body.
I slumped forward at the tabletop.
Okay, this thing is, yeah, the same. We already seen this scene. Okay, keep forward. Same stuff, same stuff. Now, will I get paid?
The door flies open suddenly and a loud voice belts out.
Hold it right there! Oh, this is the boss.
I roll around in a panic to see an odd-looking man standing in the doorway. It's Junichi Yanagishita. He's the guy who hired us.
I heard that, Chiri. Don't you go calling my brother junk. That's disrespectful.
Chiri gave me an apologetic look.
Whoops, sorry about that. You should be, but whatever. If you really have doubts, have a try for yourself. Now, I just noticed that he has 2 bandages on his right cheek. Like, I don't know what hit him. It looks like he had a scuffle with the Yakuza anyway, but they're not here.
Mr. Yanagishita pulls a bottle of burning hammer from his coat pocket. At first glance, it looks like some kind of energy supplement, but the cheapo label gives an immediate impression of sketchiness.
Yeah, the drawing of the lady on the the drawing of the lady on the bottle is amateurish at best. Her features are off. The arms are noodly, wobbly, flailing, and one of the legs are A, not even the same size, and B, her right leg is twisted in the wrong way. I don't know what the pose, what pose she's trying to make. I don't know if it's sexy or anything, but yeah, it looks like something. It looks like something I draw in middle school. It definitely looks like one of my drawings in middle school. Go on,
said Yanagishita.
Give it a go.
Chiri reached out to take it, but no sooner than she grabbed the bottle than Mr. Yanagishita shuts out once more.
Wait, hold on!
What?
What?
Chiri squawks.
What gives? You're true. You're both good. You're both good stomach-wise. Stomach-wise? Yeah, drinking this stuff on an empty stomach can cause some pretty nasty problems. So just make sure you eat or drink something beforehand. Doesn't matter what, really.
Wait, nasty problems?
Yeah.
Such as what, I ask?
I'd rather not say. Nobody would buy it otherwise.
Seriously?
It's all good. I just had lunch,
Chiri said. She flashes a carefree smile. Well, I haven't eaten yet. But on the other hand, I've been guzzling as much iced tea as I can to fill myself up. It's probably safe for me to try this stuff. I may as well drink it in for a penny and for a pound, and hey, maybe it'll help me lose some weight.
B. No, I better not drink this stuff. It's not even particularly appetizing. C. Wait, is this that stuff that gives you vision or something? I know what's happening because I seen Kano drink it. But yeah, let's answer let's answer A. See what happens.
I may as well try it. In for a penny, in for a pound, and hey, maybe it'll help me lose some weight. Yay! I stick the bottle of burning hammer into my mascot head mouth. It has an unexpected smell, like curry. Getting my own lips around the mouth of the bottle, I gulp down the liquid inside. Glop, glop, glop. Huh? It doesn't taste like anything. A handful of seconds go by. Oh! What the heck? Ah! It feels like a firecracker just exploded inside of my mouth!
I love the music. If it's a music from a bad ending, I love it. It's not a sea shanty, but yeah, a medieval song.
Now it's spicy! Way too spicy! It's like I just swallowed chili pepper coated in curry powder! Before I know it, I'm sweating bullets!
Well, you sweating?
Mr. Yashiriga... Mr. Yanagishika...
I don't want that! Click touchpad while reading to activate the autoplay function. Press triangle to adjust the speed of autoplay. During autoplay, press X to pause and then press again to resume. To cancel autoplay, just press circle. If you come across a decision point, the autoplay will stop. A keep out or bad end would cancel it. Oh, okay. Autoplay disabled. So yeah, I accidentally activated the autoplay with the touchpad. I didn't know that was... Alright. Well, are you sweating?
Mr. Yanagishita asked.
Like a whole lot, you are, aren't you?
Why does he sound so happy about that?
That right there is the magic of burning hammer at work.
Chewie and I are at a loss for words.
Burning hammer! Drink all you want and just burn those pans away! How's that sound? Good, huh? This is just so stupid spicy, makes you sweat.
Chewie blurts out. Blunt and to the point, I approve.
Yeah? Well, I guess you're right.
Yanagishita says. He hangs his head. What is in this stuff? I ask. I can still feel my tongue tingling. Heck, my body is almost too numb to move. I'm so shocked I even forget to get properly angry.
So, is this health food product that got imported from America a few years back?
Yanagishita said.
But the import agency went out of business not long after and couldn't move the merc. So I bought up the whole lot. Everything they had in their storehouse. Spent all the money I had on it.
Chewie arched an eyebrow.
How much did it cost you?
She asked.
1 million yen for 300 bottles.
I can scarcely believe my ears. 300 bottle at 1 million yen for the lot? That's roughly 3,333 yen a piece! Each one of these teensy little bottles costs over 3,000 yen? That's 30 bucks!
You got ripped off, man.
Chewie says.
You really think so? Yeah, you're probably right.
He hangs his head even more despondently.
This is the sort of thing they'd sell in 100 yen shop or something.
Ouch! Chewie moving in for the kill.
100 yen chops, really?
Minister Yanagishita lets out the heaviest of sighs. I'm starting to feel pretty bad for the guy, actually. Don't let it get to you down, sir, I said, hoping to comfort him. Don't let it get you down, sir, I said, hoping to comfort him. But Mr. Yanagishita just let out a sob-choked sigh. I try again. It'll be okay! Whether or not it helps you lose weight, it is spicy and it does make you sweat.
Oh, I'm not sure I follow.
Chewie says.
How much are you selling these bottles for, boss? 15,000 yen per bottle. Face palm. Even if you manage to sell everything, you're still not gonna give even half your money back. What?
Chewy's jaws practically hits the floor. Mine does the same, but I'm already on the floor, 'cause, you know. No way! Nuh-uh! No freaking way! Calling that price point absurd wouldn't begin to do it justice.
Well, look, selling at that price is my only option. I need to cover my cost. Anyway, please, I need you both to work your hardest. Now, you know what? Fuck it. Let's bring. No. Fuck you, guy. You got Jip. You got scammed so hard. I feel so bad for you. I'm gonna bring back the Yakuza just so they can take you in, cause you suck, man. You suck real hard. But that's not fair to Tama. So I'm gonna continue the game, see where it goes. But there seems to be a jumping point of some sort, because there's an arch coming on. There's an arch coming on, and it says jump. So I need to see where is gonna be a jumping point. Selling at that price is my only option. I need you both to work your hardest.
Apparently he's committed to this insane course of action.
Okay.
Chiri replies. It's more like a sigh than a proper response, but I can't blame her. As for me, I can't.
A, even find the words I'm so flabbergasted, or B, I just sit there and won't speak up.
Isn't this... I can't just sit there and not speak up. Isn't this just some kind of scamster?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the first option.
I can't even find the words. I'm so flabbergasted. Hey, I tried to murmur. Sorry, what was your name again?
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
He interjects. All right, I'm Tama.
Why are you still wearing your costume?
I stumbled my way to an explanation.
Wow. So then, are you going to do the sales demo like that?
Well, I can't take the mascot costume off. I don't have much of a choice, do I? No, that won't...
No, that won't do it all. I hired you to be a model. If you're wearing that thing, then what's the point?
I'm at a loss for words. The point is exactly what is missing. It's not like I'm wearing this getup because I want to!
How about we just cut it up for ya?
Chiri says with a big grin. She pulls a massive pair of scissors out of her bag.
I don't like the look on Chiri's face. Like, I know she means well, but...
The blade makes an unsteady snip snip sound as she waggles them in my face.
Whoa, no, you can't do that!
Yanagishi does exclaim.
That suits a rental! I don't want to have to reimburse them for the thing.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I ask. He looks at me uncertainly.
Maybe you could have someone from the rental place come down.
Chiri suggests, before helping herself for the rest of my lunch.
Oh, hey, good idea!
Yanagishi says. He seems to be making an effort to calm himself down at least.
Just try to grin and bear it until then, Tama.
Well, I guess that's that then. I'm sure we'll get it off eventually, I say. Hopefully before the demo.
That's the spirit. I really need you to be my model.
Model, huh? It's flattering, but I can't help but wonder, would I be any good at that?
Like, we have her and see her. We don't know how cute she is.
Well, this is no time to be timid. I need that money no matter what. My trouble started earlier this morning.
Oh, is it gonna be the backstory?
I was at a knick-knack shop on Center Guy. It happened to pass. I happened to pass by, and I spotted a red necklace on display in the storefront. And I got this weird sensation when I saw it. You could maybe call it déjà vu, something like that.
It's 40,000 yen.
It was as if I'd been drawn to it somehow. This was mine. I was sure of it. I wanted it. No, I needed to make it mine. As soon as I possibly could. That's how strong the feeling was. The price was 40,000 yen. I checked my wallet repeatedly, but I only had 20,000 on me. Nonetheless, I needed to have it. There was just one question. How? Somehow I managed to drag myself away from the shop. Just a few minutes later, I ran into Mr. Yanagishita.
Hey!
A voice said out of nowhere.
If you want, I can pay you 10,000 for a day's work.
I found myself staring at this frumpy middle-aged man who was handing me this business card. Managing Director Junichi Yanagishita, Yamato L Foods Corporated Limited.
And that time, I'm on a real buy here, need some extra help. Yeah, at this point he doesn't have his band-aid, his band-aid on his right cheek. Would you mind coming with me? I'm begging you, just one day.
He seems pretty sketchy. As much as I needed money for that necklace, I wasn't going anywhere with some random weirdo. I ignored him and tried to just walk off.
Please! Please!
Yanagishita grabbed me by the hand. Watch it, pal! I snapped. Hands off or I start shouting for help!
Please, it's not like that, just hear me out.
Look, I'm in a hurry.
Please! Please!
Knock it off! I spun forcefully away from him, yanking my hand from his grip. Ah!
Oh! Alright, now I can see her silhouette. She's okay, I guess. I don't see her face, but she's nice looking. But yeah, we shoved him off and he fell to the side of a road in some sort of, in the bushes. Because looks like inside, it looks like we're in the park. And did we give us this injury on his red cheek?
Yanagishita whirled through the air and fell into the bushes.
Oh yeah, that's him because I can see the scratches.
Whoa!
Whoa, where'd that cave come from?
He gasped. His eyes were wide as saucers.
You're a martial artist or something?
No, self-defense. I think that was just a fluke. The truth is, I was surprised at myself at how well I pulled off that escape move.
Whoa, okay then. Look, I'm sorry, can you give me your hand?
No way!
No, I mean, give me your hand. My hip's killing me here. Ow, 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 ow.
I guess the least I could do was help the guy get to his feet.
Look,
why are you hounding me so much?
Please, don't be angry. The moment I saw you, I just felt it. You're the only person who can possibly do this job for me.
I let out a sigh, but my interest was admittedly piqued. What kind of job?
I need a sales rep for a health supplement. I want you to do PR as a dieting success story for my product. Just look at you. You have the body of an actress. Sales are gonna go through the roof.
Well, it was hard to feel too offended when he told me that. The job didn't seem as fishy as it initially suspected. Alright, maybe I'm interested, I said.
There's just one thing.
Yeah, whatever it is, I'm sure I can handle it.
I need 20,000.
Oh, I need 20,000 yen as soon as possible. So if the day only passed 10,000...
Alright then, if you can sell 100 bottles at our sales event, I'll throw in another 10,000 as a bonus. How's that sound?
I certainly couldn't think of any other way I was going to earn 20,000 yen in a single day. This might be exactly the break I needed. You've got a deal. I do have my services for the day, I said, bowing my head.
Yes! Yatta!
Yanagishita jumped for joy. What about your hip?
Huh? Oh, it's better now. All better. Fix itself just now. Ha ha ha.
Yanagishita bowed deeply as I gave him a dubious look.
Look, I'm sorry.
He added hurriedly.
I wasn't trying to pull a fast one on you, I'm honest.
I was just scouting for talent and I saw you and well...
Was trusting this guy really the best idea? I was starting to worry just a little about whether he actually pay up.
Look, I've staked everything on this sales demo later today.
He went on.
This is the make or break opportunity of a lifetime.
Sure.
I'll be honest with you, I'm in a ton of debt. 2 million yen. 2 million!
Yanagishita's tone as taking on a feverish intensity.
If I don't pay it back by the end of the day, then boy howdy am I up in the creek without a paddle.
How did you even get into a situation like that, I asked. He gave skyward, a far-off look in his eyes.
Because even if he knows he has no chance of winning, sometimes a man just have to stand and fight. But I guess a girl like you wouldn't understand.
He laughed and smiled at his own words, but he was right. I sure as heck didn't understand in the slightest.
Anyway, real quick, could you put this on? And now he brings the Tama costume.
Mr. Yanagishita briskly rummaged through his bindle, then thrust the cat costume up towards me. What? Here?
Yeah, before the sales event, you're gonna hand out some samples. The job's already started, you know. And with that,
Mr. Yanagishita went about getting me some into the mascot suit. Looking back on it, it was a pretty ridiculous turn of event. Still, if I'm going to get my hands on that necklace, I have to take the chance that this job will pay out. There's a knock on the door.
Huh? Who could that be?
Mr. Yanagishita asked.
We got a customer already?
He opens the door and heads outside.
No way, is that a customer?
Shiri says. I mean,
right?
She guzzles from a 2-liter bottle of iced tea.
Glug, 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 glug. No one's gonna buy something as sketchy as this.
I guess not, I agree. About the only thing I can really say about Burning Hammer is that it's spicy.
Anyhow,
Shiri says.
wanna get something to eat?
But you just ate lunch. 2 lunches.
I know this amazing Chinese buffet. Wanna come along? Because I am gonna dominate.
Huh?
Someday, I plan to chow my way through every item on their menu. Before I can respond,
I hear a sudden outburst in the hallway. What the
hell are you thinking, selling something like this? The voice?
voice sounds harsh and strained. It's quickly followed by another voice, Mr. Yanagishita, something desperately apologetic.
Well, be fair now. I did ask whether or not you were on an empty stomach.
You must have given someone some Burning Hammer, huh? I'd say. Shiri nods.
Yeah, maybe. But that's weird. Did we really get a customer this early?
Yeah, isn't the sales demo not until 1 o'clock? There are more sounds from the hallway. Shiri gets a weird look on her face.
Well, what? What the heck? What's going on? Die!
Suddenly a man kicks out the door and bursts in, shrieking like a madman.
That was Minarigawa. Yeah, that was Minorikawa. Minorikawa just attacked us out of nowhere.
His face is flushed, steam is erupting from every pore. Shiri and I only stare, frozen with the whirlwind and the rampages around the room, smashing everything in sight. In a matter of moments, the venue is completely totaled. Then the guy simply charged back out of the door. No chance of holding a sales demo now! Why did this have to happen? Who was that guy? Why did he have to do this?
bad end. We need to figure out what's going on. Demo postponed. Number 12. There wasn't much Tama and Chibi could do to stop this strange intruder from destroying the sales event, but why did he show up in the first place, especially at this hour? The man in question has a clear choice to make at 11:30, and poor Tama's fate hinges on what he decides. Okay. So this is a bad ending. I'm already at 10:35. So Minorikawa has to do something at 10:30, but I'm being kept out at 11:20. So what I'm gonna do is go back to Kano. Since my decision with Tama got rid of the bad ending, in cahoots with the kidnapper. Alright, in cahoots with the kidnapper. Am I gonna stick by with that decision I made? Kano decided to stare him down, look away nonchalantly. I'm gonna try the other decision, see if it does anything. If it brings it nothing good, I'm gonna go back and still stare down. Look away nonchalantly. Kano decided to look away nonchalantly, but his anxiety got the better of him, and after a moment he turned his gaze right back. Soon the two men were locked in this staring contest. Whoops! Ah, my apologies, the man says. He shut his phone with a click. I know it's rather rude to talk on one's cell phone when you're on a train. That's just common decency. The man affected a smile and headed back to the car from which he'd come. Sheesh, guess I overreacted. You gotta stop staring at everyone, an oddly dressed air passenger murmured into Kano's ear. Blend into your surroundings more. Sasayama, when did you get here? His partner has somehow found time to change his disguise. The steel expression on his face was at odds with his anime nerd getup. Kano has seen Sasayama disguise himself as plenty of things throughout the years. Santa Claus, Yakuza member, Japanese folk singer, and a Buddhist priest, to name a few, but this was the new extreme even for him. When he first joined the forces, Kano has found Sasayama's costuming antics amusing, wondering where he managed to find his outfits, but lately his quirk has become tedious. Concentrate, keep your eyes peeled. Sasayama gave Kano a pat on the backside and slipped away into the next car. He's not gonna give us the bottle of burning hammer and knock us out, so we gotta keep working. Excellent. The suspect, meanwhile, was still staring out the window. The announcer electronic voice filled the train compartment. Next stop, Harajuku. Next stop, Harajuku. Huh? Kano almost cried out. The suspect was moving toward the exit door. Apparently he was only taking the train one station down the line. The train pulled to Harajuku station and the men got off. Harajuku, the area east of Japan Rail Harajuku station corresponding to Jingubai 1-chome in Shibuya, one bustling shukuba or post station where travelers could rest while journeying across the country. In modern times, it bustled instead with ice coolers after school displaying flashy youth fashion, clothing, and accessory store and fast food restaurant line the streets. Many cutting-edge trends in Japanese youth culture, and then get their start here. Yeah, Harajuku, of course. I know that. Harajuku fashion. The Tokyo's capital of fashion is in Harajuku. And there's fast food restaurants lying on the street. Okay. The men got off. The detective following him disembarked accordingly. The suspect walked along the platform and took a seat on an empty bench.
Was he clenching, checking to see if he had a tail? Sticking around on the platform at a station where you just got off was pretty unusual behavior. Not wanting to arouse the man's suspicion, the investigator from the NPD made their way down the stairs as inconspicuously as they could. Kano, however, had a sudden inspiration and went to speak to one of the attendants. Sorry to bother you, but I think I left something on the train just now. He tried to keep an eye on the man on the bench as he fed his story to the attendant. The suspect sat silently on the bench, attaché case clutched securely in his arms. He didn't really look like he was checking for a tail. Was he waiting here for someone else then? Before long, a train headed counterclockwise around the loop arrived. The man rose from the bench and stepped up to the boarding area. Wait, what the heck? If this guy's got on counterclockwise train, wouldn't that just taking right back to Shibuya Station? The man boarded the train. Kano had no choice but to follow suit. Was this guy playing them? The suspect got off again once the train reached Shibuya. All he done was go to Harajuku and come right back. Kano reported in to Kuzei. The suspect has returned to Shibuya Station. Acknowledge. Keep telling him. Kano felt himself growing increasingly paranoid. This criminal organization didn't seem too keen on getting away. And there was HQ giving these guys free rein. Something was off. He was sure of that. As he tailed the mark, Kano took out his phone. What were Tateno's instincts about the case right now? If the senior detective has any advice, Kano would love to hear it. He dialed Tateno's number. The line rang a few times, but nobody picked up. Probably he was too busy seeing to Hitomi's safety. Kano felt bewildered. They'd been letting the suspect lead them around for over an hour now. During an abduction case, you generally didn't update the victim family on any development in case they tried to interfere. Kano could only imagine what the Osawa family was going through right now. After a short walk from Shibuya Station, the attaché case was ended off yet again. This time, the recipient was a tall, dark-skinned man. Again, the Shibuya-based task force split into two groups in order to tailboard suspect. Kano stuck with the man who had the case. As the previous man had done, the newest suspect wandered around Dogenzaka for a while. Repeatedly looping around and around the same location, it was a weirdly roundabout way to make a series of handoffs. Excuse me, detective? Kano turned around with a start. Oh, hey, he said, I know you. It was Leland Palmer, the lecturer who'd been an eyewitness to the kidnapping. The man practically radiated concern. How is Maria doing? Is she alright? I am very worried for her. His Japanese was more halting now. My heart, it is with her family. Kano gave a quick look around. It didn't appear that they were being watched. A. Maybe Palmer knew more than he told the police earlier. If Kano talked to him now, he might get some additional clues. B. If the syndicate spot us, my cover is blown, we're hosed. I can't stick around like this. I'm gonna try talking with Palmer more. Maybe Palmer knew more than he told the police earlier. If Kano talked to him now, he might get some additional clues. Actually, Leland, do you mind if I ask you a few more questions about the party where the kidnapping occurred? Leland squared his shoulders. No, please, ask anything. Do you know what time Maria showed up at the event? Leland hesitated, thinking. Probably around 6 o'clock. She was there when it started. Was there anyone else who stood out? Stood out? How? Like someone you usually wouldn't expect to see there. Leland tilted his head. No, I don't think so. Everyone there was a student from my class, including... Everyone there was a student from my class, including the exchange students. Not much new here, Kano thought. He decided to ask one last question. Did you happen to hear why Hitomi was running late in the first place? Oh no, sorry, I'm not very helpful, am I? Leland dipped his head in apology. It's alright, thank you for cooperation. Please help Maria. I will. Kano parted ways with Leland and went back to telling his suspect. He pulled his phone from his pocket. It was Rumi again. It was weird that she called twice when she knew he was in the middle of something important. Has something happened while she was waiting at the cafe with Shizuo? Kano picked up hurriedly. What's the matter? What's the matter? You know what the matter is. Rather than Rumi's soft soprano, it was a threatening masculine voice that came over the phone. Uh-oh. Kano felt his whole body stiffen with dread. Is this my father-in-law speaking? Don't remember being anyone's father-in-law. The speaker's tone was firm and flat. No, I know, I just, Kano found himself at a loss for words. So you're dating my daughter, huh? Sir, yes, sir. Kano was very squeak-honest to reply. Thinking about getting married? Yes, sir. And speaking of which, I'd love the chance to sit down and to have a nice long... Then how long are you gonna keep me waiting? Hurry up and get your ass over here! Oh, very much. Kano wish he could do exactly that. Sir, I would, but forget it. The words came in an angry huff. You can't have her. Goodbye. What? Sir, please wait. As Kano cried in desperation, he heard Rumi's voice on the other end of the line.
Dad, you can't just use my phone like that.
You were taking too long in the bathroom.
Give it back.
Rumi? Kano tried and failed to keep the heartbreak out of his voice. Sweetie, what's wrong? Your father just said he doesn't want us getting married.
What? Dad! What did you say to my boyfriend?
Listen to you, calling that boy little pet names and whatnot. I think you're a little too attached.
Daddy, you haven't even met him.
That's why I told you to have him come see me. How long is he gonna make me wait? Kano listened as the two argue on the other end of the phone. The phone must be lying somewhere between them. Could this get any more awkward? Rumi, I'm sorry, Kano shouted apologetically into the mouthpiece. This is all my fault. Please, you don't have to fight like this. The phone clattered as Rumi scrambled to bring it to her sheet.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry.
Sorry for what?
It was Shizuo again, grumbling.
It was sorry for what? It was Shizuo again, grumbling from the background. You have nothing to apologize for. I'll deal
with my father,
Rumi said hastily.
You just focus on work, sweetie. I know you're in the middle of something really important.
Thanks, Rumi. Kano was legitimately touched. I'll do my best. Kano hung up and went back to the task at hand, more determined than ever. For Rumi's sake, not to mention the victims, he needed to focus on cracking this case. The man he was tailing was walking several meters ahead. There was no telling when Kuze might give the arrest order. Kano braced himself to spring into action the very instant the order came down. Mobile command to all units! Mobile command to all units! Once more, the director's voice came in over the wireless. Was it time to make the arrest at least? We've identified the man who first picked up the attache case by the statue of Hachiko. No arrest yet, then, but still a crucial development. His name is Tariq Al-Karawan. He doesn't look... That guy's supposed to be Middle Eastern. Tariq Al-Karawan. He's got prior for larceny, illegal possession of narcotics, you name it. He belongs to a foreign criminal syndicate that's operating in Shibuya. Kano felt his apprehension rising. If this syndicate was behind the kidnapping, they were anything but amateurs. And though they might be leading the police on the wild goose chase, they certainly weren't playing around. To be continued! I already finished Kano's side of the story. Wow! Only one hurdle, and I nailed it. Okay. So, where do I go from there? I don't even know what I unlocked. How am I supposed to keep out? Wait.
there's a jump. I just realized that there's a jump I'm supposed to make here, but I don't know what. I have to go back to Tama. Minoru Minorikawa. I missed a jump?
Don't let it go down to your
I was hoping to comfort him, but soon I should stop. You'll be okay, whatever his way doesn't make you sweat. Trying to follow. 50,000 yen. As for me, I can't even find the words of just sit there and don't speak up. Isn't this just a scam? Okay, I'm gonna try this, confront this, because I need to unlock this, because there's a jump I didn't make with Tama.
I can't just sit there and not speak up. Is this just a scam, sir?
Sorry, can't hear you.
Yanagashita plays dumb. Fine, I repeat myself. This is a scam, isn't it? He tilts his head to one side.
Something's wrong with my ear.
Undeterred, I repeat myself once more. This is a scam, isn't it? Tears are welling up in Mr. Yanagishita's eyes.
Look, kid.
He says huskily.
Listen up.
He's clearly struggling to maintain his calm.
You're in the grown-ups world now.
I nod a few times.
But a scam is still a scam, right? Oh,
A scam is still a scam, right? I say.
you!
Sir?
What's your name again?
Oh, it's Tama.
Okay, Tama. Why you're still wearing your costume?
Oh,
Straight up dodge my...
he straight up dodged my question. Oh well, at least I tried. I explained the situation with my suit.
Okay. So, I need to change my choice so I can have a jump. I'm still in the jump. Or maybe this is where I jump from? Maybe I have to come back to Minorikawa. No, it's the other way around. I jump here and I switch to Minorikawa. There's a keep out here, there's a keep out here, and then there's a bad ending here. Okay. She pulls a massive pair of scissors. Snip. Am I in the flashback now? Yeah, I'm in the flashback now. So I need to change my answer somehow here. Here. Stuck in the cat costume. So I decided to ask Chiri to assist me. Sorry, would you help me?
I decided to ask Chiri. Sorry, would you mind help me pull my... Ow! Would you... I feel dull, throbbing pain at the back of my head. Like I bumped my head somewhere, but I don't remember doing that recently. Chiri flashes me a curious look.
What are you doing?
She asks. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off.
That ain't gonna work. That thing's attached to the body. Oh, no matter what I do here is the same result.
Kitty kitty sock sock, kitty kitty sock sock. Oh, I know what I should do. Wait. Was there another decision I needed to make? Not stuck in the cat costume, but drinking the goddamn juice. This is where yeah, I missed my jump here, but... Yeah, I need to not drink the suit, the stuff, I think. We've got to try the...
Wait, is this stuff that gives you vision or something? I remember a rumor I heard not too long ago, some kind of urban legend. It was about some drink with a weird, burning, spicy flavor, and supposedly it turns all your fingernails a faint shade of black. Then you see things you can't normally see, and hear things you can't normally hear.
Who are you? Who are you?
Some college student talking about hearing voices like that, swearing this mystery drink could have had that effect. It's a little unnerving still, but I really thought it could be true. I stick the bottle of burning hammer into my mask and head mouth. Unexpected smell like curry, tastes like nothing. And it's fucking spicy!
No, I think I missed. Yeah. I missed the. I should not drink that stuff at all.
No, I better not drink this stuff. It's not even particularly appetizing.
She retwists off the cap. Bottoms up!
She declares and proceeds to noisily gulp the butter down. It doesn't seem like she minds it. Maybe it's actually pretty tasty after all. Oh.
Huh? Aren't you gonna have some too?
Master Yanagishita flashed me a look. I guess I might want just for a little bit. Let's think about...
Same stuff. Oh my god, is this what I think it is? Is this a raid? Oh my god, K77 gave me a raid with 4 people. Thank you very much. Yeah, right now I'm a little in the middle of a game called 428 Shibuya Scramble. It's some sort of photo police drama, and there are many bad endings. I'm trying to figure out my way out of this loophole, because right now I'm ending towards some sort of dead end. I'll see how it goes. So, like, there's 5 protagonists, and their stories, their actions affect each other's stories. This is how it goes. So right now I've tried to figure out like what has happened, but now I love the music. Don't mind me, like, this is nice. You got ripped off, man. Sigh. Oh, wait. A deep breath, emphatically exhale, often a sign of disappointment, stress, of unrequited love. Also a way of expressing the anxiety brought on by massive debt. One has no money to give, only sighs. Right around now, Minoru Mirikawa is in the company of someone inclined to sigh in this way. Oh, this is how I jump. Oh my god. I didn't notice that this was a word in blue. I just pressed square accidentally because I wanted to press triangle, but yeah. Now I've broken the keep out. From Minorikawa. Now I'm back to his story. No, it's just Toyama let you along heavy side of resignation. It's the scratch card that were in the 4-star general gossip. That's where the problem is. And what is the problem? If you shine a light on the cards from behind, you can see where the winning symbols are. Oh my god, you're kidding me? Whoa! I messed things up dealing with the printing company. All of this, he gestures vaguely, is my fault, my responsibility. He proceeded to explain the situation in detail. Word was quick to leak on the internet that those were a way to find the winning symbols, and suddenly thousands of card holders turned out en masse to collect. Heaven Publishing was hit with a massive financial liability, and the employees rushed to flee a sinking ship. Before Toyama realized it, he was the only one left at the company, and he was up against the deadline for next month's 4-star general gossip. If I have to drop next month's issue, I'll be stuck in the debt even deeper, and if that happens, I'm finished. Oh, so that's why he wanted to kill himself. In his office? With a noose? Toyama gave a dismal growl. So don't drop the issue, Minorikawa snapped. He pounded his fist right into the side of a cardboard box. But Toyama just shook his head weakly. I've been up for 3 days straight trying to fill up the pages. It's not enough. I can't do the impossible. He dropped his gaze to the floor. Countless scratch cards lay scattered about. There had probably been amidst the pile that had fallen off the desk earlier. Each card showed a neat row of 5 win. You can't know if it's impossible if you don't see it through. I'll never make it in time! The proof needs to be done by 8 o'clock this evening. Final stage before printing. Okay, the proof is the final stage before printing, when the copy or manuscript is checked for errors. Not sending corrected proof to the printer before the deadline can result in the book or magazine in question not making it onto the shelf in time for the release date. Oh, okay. I'll never make it time. The proof needs to be done by 8 o'clock this evening. Well then, Minorikawa thought to himself. He left out a sigh and then held his hand out to Hana. Hana, would you mind giving me that hose? Hana gave her father a quick look, then handed the rubber hose to Minorikawa. This won't be necessary. He tossed the rubber hose into the trash, then jabbed his finger at Toyama. Aha!
Show me the layout and the draft proposal for next month's issue. Toyama blinked a few times in disbelief. Huh? You can't possibly be serious. I'm trying to help! Now, show me the layout and the proposal before I change my mind! After a brief, incredulous pause, Toyama hurried off to grab the paperwork. A layout, in publishing speak, is an outline of a magazine showing which articles will occupy which pages. Minorikawa gave it a quick once-over, finding that 12 of the pages were still blank and untouched. He wanted to punch whatever writers had been assigned those pages. See what I mean? Toyama said. It's hopeless. He sounded perversely proud of his failure. Getting enough material to fill 12 pages by 8 o'clock. Yeah, it was definitely a tall order, alright. Says who? Minorikawa replied. Remember who you're talking to here? You're silly, so you think you can do it? You're joking, right? Minorikawa shot back. I seriously know I can do it. There's nothing in this world I hate more than a bad joke. Why are you doing this for me? Toyama wasn't getting misty-eyed. I'm not doing it for you, you spineless wimp. I'm doing this for poor little Hana. Minorikawa, I'm so sorry. Toyama bowed his head so deeply Minorikawa thought he might put his face through the floor. Don't apologize to me, apologize to your daughter. Oh, forgive me. Please forgive me, Anna. Toyama clutched her tightly in his arms, the girl hugging back on the verge of tears. Oh, hey now, enough of the waterworks. I've got your backs. Don't worry about a thing. Minorikawa picked up the draft proposal for the page that needed filling. The words Shibuya Scuttlebutt Special were plastered across the cover sheet in big, bold type. Okay, so a 12-page special edition block on Shibuya, fair enough. And first on the docket, drink yourself in with Burning Hammer. This reeked of a scam. The only way drinking more of something would make you lose weight would be if it were mixed with a laxative, probably. Still, there wasn't enough time to tweak the layout plans now. According to the proposal write-out, a product demo was scheduled for 1 p.m. that day. The location printed out the map was blurry and hard to make out, but Minorikawa had a rough idea what it was. It looked like he didn't have much of a choice but to swing it by in the hopes of getting more material. He scanned further along into the proposal. Society of Surveillance, hidden cameras installed throughout Shibuya. The rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad. Where are they now? Washed up screenwriters showcased. Sexy Square, twins share top prize at local university beauty contest. Shibuya Now. Black market organ trafficking in Shibuya. Shadowy foreign crime syndicate exposed. These 7 pieces were to fill the 12 empty pages. This was the plan, at any rate, but there wasn't enough material to make any headway. The Shibuya Now article didn't even have any proposed content. This sucked hardcore, okay. It didn't look like there was much material for the rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad either. The note suggested that a few years prior, a group of youngsters in Shibuya had banded together to help fight crime in their neighborhood. That's Achi's gang, right? I don't remember him naming his band. At this point, however, things had flipped around completely and they'd become again shrink punks themselves. A turn to the dark side. It had the makings of an interesting article to be sure, but tracking down this gang would take time. Minorikawa was personally intrigued by the one about organ harvesting in Shibuya. The rumor was that organs were being smuggled out of Southeast Asia and fenced locally at a tremendous price. There was even a plan to ascertain the authenticity of these claims. Fascinating. If Minorikawa was going to be spending all day gathering other material, though, he didn't have much time to spare for it. 11:27. Shibuya Now. The rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad. Black market organ trafficking in Shibuya. Minorikawa decided that one of those 3 would have to go. That he thought about it long and hard as he stared at the draft proposal. There was a good chance he'd really screw himself over if he could pick the wrong one.
Finally decided to cut. Shibuya now. I believe that the other two are going to be related to our story at some point or another, so I'm going to cut Shibuya now since there's basically nothing. He decided to cut Shibuya now. He didn't have time to make up an article about... you have time to make an article out of whole cloth. His goal was just to make sure that 4-star general gossip made it to the press at all. Society of Surveillance. Where are they now? 60 Square. Those 3 pieces are individuals slated for interviews, but no appointment had been made by any of them. Unscheduled interviews were a dicey prospect. Minorikawa decided to call them up on his cell, and he made his way down to the list. The only one he managed to get a hold of was Shinosuke Oharai. Who's that? Former broadcast writer, he appeared on the various popular variety shows on commercial networks on TV. He currently heads up a small theater troupe known as the Wandering Angels, operating out of Shibuya. Later today, the troupe is putting out a performance at Theater Ace in Sakuragaro Kacho. From the Where Are They Now pieces, he said he'd be willing to give a 15-minute interview at 2:30. Minorikawa side just have to get material from the others in a more impromptu fashion then. Putting his nose to the grindstone, he started throwing together a schedule for the day. Was it possible to get all that material and write it all up and still finish the whole thing by 8 o'clock p.m.? It was no use. 12 pages in 8 hours. No matter how he tweaked it, none of his simulations ended up with him having a proof ready on time. He just needed one more thing. And that was another writer. Of course! Minorikawa zoomed through his contact list, calling up all the freelancers he knew. The result were depressing answering machines, overseas on business, in the hospital. What? Currently doing time? Oh! Before long, he'd call everyone he could think of except for one. Novice freelancer Shiaki Iso. Shiaki was a bit of an odd duck. A reporter was scared of talking to people. What? What's with this guy? I'm a reporter, but I don't like talking to people. How do we get your information then, stupid? Oh, I'm gonna take a sip. Minorikawa never knew how hopelessly he became so hopelessly flustered in a one-on-one setting. In one such a related slate as to be unable to speak, Shiaki's tendency to become flustered is famous among her freelance writer colleagues. Once she conducted an hour-long interview during which she only managed to ask her interview subject's name, and yet another chapter in the legend of hopelessly flustered Shiaki. Oh my god! If she couldn't talk to people, she certainly couldn't do interviews. And if she couldn't get any real interview content, she wouldn't be able to write much in the way of copy. Would she come to his aid if asked? Quite probably. The issue was whether she would hinder more than help. This was no time for beggars to be choosers. He decided to call up Shiaki. What he needed more now were dependable folks he could count on. He needed to email all his contacts from back in his staff reporter days. Oh no, we will take Shiaki, and I'll tell you why. Because in Osaka's timeline, we accidentally sent an email to Osaka, and we brought him at 11:15 the office while nobody was there, and it was like, what? So we're gonna call Shiaki, because if we email all his contact, he's gonna mess it up. All right. This was no time for beggars to be choosers. Minorikawa decided to call up Shiaki. The phone rang several times before a sleepy voice finally answered. Sound only, Shiaki Iso. Meow. Shiaki, hi, it's Minorikawa. Are you free today?
What?
She seems thrown by the abrupt question. Did you just wake up?
No, I mean... Well, yeah. Good morning.
Her voice still sounded half asleep. So then I'm guessing you don't have any work slated for the day, as usual.
Pretty much. No work, no money, no food. Nothing to do except sleep. If I'm not awake, I can't dwell on how hungry I am.
She didn't sound well, almost like she literally didn't have anything to eat. Well, I got work for you. I'm over at 4-Star General Gossip, so get over here ASAP.
What? You really mean it?
That seems to finally wake her up. Yeah, but hurry! Minorikawa decided he had signed Chiaki to the rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad. First, I want you to take a look around Shibuya for this group of vigilante types. Oh, are they gonna bother us? Are we gonna be bothered by Chiaki? Did we just did a bad? Did we do a bad? Probably not. No. We're waiting for the van. Oh, okay, no, we're good. It's still waiting for the van. It's at 11:50 mark. Okay, so we're good with Achi. So nothing bad happening to him. So it's between Osawa. Yeah, we just erased Osawa's bad ending. Great. So we can continue with him after that. And then now after that we need to do something at 11:35. Now it's still at 11:30. Alright. Let's keep going. First I want to take a look around Shibuya for this group of vigilante types. By vigilante you mean people who have volunteered to help prevent crimes? There was a note of relief in Chiaki's voice. Yeah, that's right. Except apparently now they've turned into a nasty street gang. Did you say street gang? Nuh-uh. No way. Absolutely not. Minorikawa could almost see her shaking her head on the other end of the line. What if I get killed or sold into slavery overseas or something? He doubted there was much chance of the latter, but the former, for that matter, but still he understood. He doubted there was much chance of the latter, or the former for that matter, but still he understood her concern. Alright, I hear you, he said. Then how about you go around Shibuya Station and do some street interview for me? Streets interview? There was a nervous waver in Chiaki's voice now. Yeah, just talk to normal, regular people walking around outside the train station. That should be fine, yeah? But Mr. Mino, streets interviews aren't really my, Apparently it was beyond her capacity to give him a simple no. No buts! Just interview at least 10 people and get me an article by 6 o'clock. Okay. Minorikawa had originally planned to axe the Shibuya Now piece because it didn't have any content, but getting some quotes from people on the street will at least make some useful filler. That gave him a solid idea. He would take on the vigilante story himself and have Chiaki handle Shibuya Now. That was plenty of work to keep the two people occupied through the day. The more time-consuming organ market story would have to be cut. After explaining that kind of interviews he was after, Minorikawa hung up. Okay, I've gotten us another writer! We'll get through, Toyama, somehow! Toyama shrugged gloomily. Yeah, well, the thing is, there's actually one more problem. Are you kidding me? Minorikawa couldn't hide the irritation in his voice. What is it now? The loan company is sending a debt collector over at 4 o'clock. But as you can imagine, I don't have a single yen to give them. That's less than ideal, yeah? So what's the plan? Well, they said provisionally that if next month's issue gets published, they'll be willing to wait on repayment. Then there's no problem. The issue's coming out guaranteed. But they're not going to take my word on that anymore. I'm going to need to prove it. If we could fill, say, half of the 12 pages by the time they show up, I could probably convince them. Oh, I see. So, yeah, 12 pages by 8 is no longer the deadline. They want 6 pages by 4. Ouch. Ouch! Alright, Minorikawa said wearily. So, for starters, we need 6 pages by 4 o'clock. They had to get all 12 pages done as it was. That made the perfect midpoint to shoot for. Any other problems you'd like to let me know about? No, Toyama said. No, that's all. I really am sorry about this, Minorikawa. Again, he bowed his head low. Minorikawa felt distinctly awkward. He had been known Toyama for years and had never been had ever been kowtowed to like this before. Kowtowed to like this before. Kowtowed? Yeah, well, just let me handle it, alright? He brings on a map. Minorikawa unfolded a map of Shibuya. The first order of business was deciding where to begin getting content. He marked the editing office with a circle, then consider where to head next. Diane Drick sells demo center guy. Where are they now? Sakuragaoka Theater Ace. Society of Surveillance, Dogenzaka Endo Electronics. We're gonna meet up with Achi. Oh, nice. Maybe that's what's gonna unlock Achi. Sexy Square, Midoriyama Academy. Midoriyama Academy, a university associated with Midoriyama High School. Notable alumni includes famous actress Masami Nagahama and National High School Baseball Championship winning pitcher, the Tissue Prince. Its educational philosophy is summed up in the slogan, words, skill, and beauty. A very high percentage of winners of the Miss Midoriyama contest go on careers in the entertainment industry. Oh, okay. 60 Square. Shibuya Vigilante, location to be determined. This diet drink sale demo was at 1 o'clock, and the interview with Shinosuke Oharai for Where Are They Now was slated for 2:30, so those times were set. The question was what to do in the interim. Center guy. No. It was a little early, but maybe you should go to center guy and get an interview at the diet and drink sales demo. No. This is what caused me the bad ending for Tama. It was a bit of a hike, but maybe you should go to Dongenzaka and check out Endo Electronics. I'm gonna do that. I think it's gonna do 2 birds and 1 stone. It was a bit of a hike, but maybe he should go to Dongenzaka and check out Endo Electronics. Yeah, that should give him what he needed to put together the Society of Surveillance piece. Okay, I'm heading out. And don't even think I'm about doing anything else stupid when I'm gone. Got it? Minorikawa hustled out of the editing office, hoping Toyama would take his admonition to heart. Saving. A taxi came by just as Minorikawa stepped outside. Huh? You again? Oh, it's the same guy. It was Kimizuka's taxi again. Hey, what can I say? I know how to sniff. What can I say? I know how to sniff out a guy who's going places. Really? Well then, Dongenzaka ASAP. Son of a bitch. Minorikawa bristled. I beg your pardon? That son of a bitch you wanted to give a piece of your mind, sir. Was he waiting for you like you expected? Oh yeah! And I damn well did give him a piece of my mind too. Yeah, this is related to a conversation we had yesterday. Like in yesterday's stream in the morning. Like in the rush. Yeah, the son of a bitch. He said so what about that son of a bitch? Yeah. I give him a piece of my mind too. Glad to hear it, sir. The taxi sped off. Mirikawa pulled out the proposal and looked it over again. The idea for the servant story revolved around the claim that hidden cameras had been installed throughout Shibuya shopping district, upwards of 500 of them. Supposedly, these had eliminated lots of blind spots and the crime rate in the area had dropped significantly. The cameras were managed by Daisuke Endo, the owner of Endo Electronic and chairman of the local downtown committee, also Achi's father. That was Mirikawa's first mission then. He needed to get this guy's story. Scanning the side of the road, Mirikawa finally spotted a rundown electronics shop. The sign out front, which looks like it might fall out at any moment, read Endo Electronics. Right, here's fine. The taxi stopped and Mirikawa pulled a 10,000 yen bill from his wallet. Keep the change, he said. What? He just gave him $100. Look, don't sweat it. The name's Minoru Mirikawa and I'm a freelance writer. I care about two things. What's real and what's true. That there's real word to what you've done for me. That there's a token of my appreciation. It's not much, but please take it. Mirikawa slid out of the taxi and headed out for the electronics store. Save. Inside, Endo Electronics looks more like a mountain of hoarded junk than actual business. Towering piles of ancient appliances stretched towards the ceiling. Old television sets with dial knobs leaned against computers with 5-inch floppy drives. Oh! A storage medium for personal computers in production from 1976 to 2001. The magnetic discs are sheeted in paper or plastic jacket and are known for their tendency to flop around in one's hand. Technically speaking, they are 5.25 inches in diameter. Incidentally, Door, released in 1983. The debut title from this game's producer, Koichi Nakamura, was produced in a 5-inch floppy version. Door. Are they talking to this old spiky Chunsoft game? I have no idea what it is. Okay. My first game was in a floppy disk. What possible use could there be for all this outdated stuff? It's true. Mr. Endo, are you in here? Mirikawa called out. Nobody came to greet him. The shop was definitely open though. Surely the proprietor hadn't left it unattended. Hey, Mr. Endo! Come on, I know you're in there! After a short wait, Mirikawa heard sounds from the living space behind the shop. A door opened to reveal a tired-looking middle-aged man. Yeah, what do you want? Are you Mr. Endo? Mirikawa asked. I am, the man said guardedly. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of something at the moment. Could you come back tomorrow or... Please, just give me a minute. I'm a freelance writer. Name's Mirikawa. Mirikawa showed Endo his business card. I'm writing an article for 4-Star General Gossip. A magazine piece, huh? Precisely. So if I could just have a little of your time today... The phone rang, cutting him off before he could get on to business. Sorry, you have to excuse me for a moment. Endo reached into the clutter and pulled out a telephone. Hello? Endo Electronics. The proprietor listened for a moment, then raised an eyebrow. Yeah? That's a problem, all right. All right, understood. I'll try and get a hold of the customer then. Endo set the receiver back down. What was that all about? Mirikawa asked. Oh, yesterday I sold a dry ice machine, and the manufacturer just called to let me know the model is defective. Defective? Apparently, once it starts making dry ice, it won't stop. I need to tell the customer I have to recall the machine and refund their deposit. Please give me a moment. Endo sifted through some sales slip, read a number of one, and made a phone call. Nobody picked up on the other end, however. That's right, he grumbled to himself. He said they had some performance today. Performance? Minorikawa asked. I sold it to a guy from some theater group. They're called the Wandering Angels or something. Yeah, we heard about them. The Wandering Angel, a theater troupe run by Shinosuke Orai. This afternoon at 5:30 p.m. they are performing their 22nd piece, Au revoir. Right now, all of the actors are already at the theater except for Akiomi Mondo, who plays a rival of the main character, Ryu. The angry production chief has sent his assistant to Mondo's apartment, but he does not yet know what awaits him there. Continued in the Tale of the Wandering Angel, Episode 2, 6 episodes in all. The Wandering Angel, that was Shinosuke's Orai theater troupe. Minorikawa had an interview him with booked for 2:30. Anyhow, what can I do for you? Minorikawa hastily explained that what he was after, and Endo gave him a dubious look. As I said earlier, I'm a bit busy right now. Busy cleaning up, I hope. How do you get anything done in this mess? Why, are you this rude to all your interview subjects? 5 minutes! Just give me 5 minutes of your time, please. You've got to be joking. Go on, get the hell out of here. Endo headed for his back room in a huff. Fine, I'll just have to write about what you already told me. Namely that Endo Electronics sells defective merchandise. Huh? Just what are you implying? Did you or did you not sell that theater troupe a defective piece of equipment? Look, I'm going to get in touch with them as soon as I'm betting they're in a hurry preparing for their performance. I doubt you'll be getting through to them today. Endo bit his lip. Now that I have your attention, let's make a deal, Minorikawa said. What kind of deal? I'm meeting with a member of the Wandering Angel a little later today. I can let them know about the dry ice machine for you. In exchange, all you have to do is give me my interview. 5 minutes! Endo scowled. And where's your proof that you'll be meeting with the Wandering Angels? I might take advantage of a guy, but when he's down, Minorikawa replied. But one thing is I'm not is a liar. The shopkeeper took a few moments to think about it. Fine, he grumbled. 5 minutes, that's all you get. Minorikawa whipped his notepad out of his coat like he was drawing a gun. Then he get right down to it. Then let's get right down to it, shall we? Go right ahead. So I hear that over 500 surveillance cameras have been installed throughout Shibuya's shopping districts. Yes, that's right. Why so many? We used to have a lot of delinquents in town. Endo said the word with marked distaste. Oh yeah, I remember there being some problem kids around. They were real punks. They vandalized my signs, made a mess of my storehouse. They were just awful. Minorikawa scribbled diligently in his notepad. Heck, my old son put together a sort of vigilante squad to help teach those punks a lesson. Wait, vigilante squad? Whoa, hold on right there for a second. Minorikawa jutted out his hands to interrupt. This guy's son was part of the vigilante squad? What a stroke of luck! Maybe he could also provide some info for the article of the gangs of Shibuya. Sorry, I don't mean to get too far off topic here, but could you tell me the name of this group your son belongs to? They called themselves SOS. A group for well-meaning young people who would get together downtown as a sort of vigilante squad trying to keep Shibuya clean and safe. In those days, the group never engaged in theft or other criminal activities. More recently, however, SOS has become one of the biggest gangs in Shibuya, resorting to defacing public property with graffiti, shoplifting, and shipping people around for cash. All this because Achi resigned the leadership? Wow! What a turnabout! Man, I would never. Okay. Prided himself on being the top gang in Shibuya and all that. The top gang in Shibuya? Did I really just hit the jackpot right there? Not to pat myself on the back, but go me.
All I have to do is step outside and the story finds me. I think I might be a natural at this. As it happens, I also thought I could interview people from SOS. Would you be able to put me in touch with your son? Yeah, sure. But you should know that my son isn't with the gang anymore. Oh, red letter. This is where I jump. I'm gonna jump to Achi. Yes. I'm jumping to Achi. There you go. Boom. My son isn't with SOS anymore. The van? He told me, look. There it was. The blue van. Japanese design. A blue van has appeared nearby in the spot that had been empty previously. Achi couldn't see who was inside, but there was definitely something fishy about it. Besides, there weren't any other blue cars around, so this has to be it. He had been right, the crooks had come back after all. I'm gonna go take a quick look, Achi said. You wait here. But before he could carry out his plan, he told me to jump to her feet. Without a word, he rushed toward the van. Hold on, I said wait! She wasn't slowing down. Achi caught hold of her arm. Wait! This could be dangerous. What if the kidnapper's in there?
And what if my sister's in there? I have to go help her!
Achi knew full well it was like to be impulsive. But this was one situation where cooler heads would have to prevail.
We can't just hang out there!
She insisted. What if the car takes off again?
What if the car takes off again?
That's why I said I was gonna go take a look first.
But isn't that dangerous? What if they do something to my sister because some random guy comes snooping around?
Oh, yeah, you got a point. Achi thought as fast as he could. The criminal told Hitomi to get into the van. There had to be some specific reason for that. What if they were planning to abduct her as well? Whatever the case, he couldn't just let her go. He had to make a snap decision. Hey, just let me go first. I don't want to put you in any risk. Let's go together. Does that work for you? Oh, what should we do? I would say let's go together. I don't think it's a wise idea to keep them separate for too long, especially with dangerous people close nearby. Because we're dealing with a syndicate. Okay, let's go together then. Does that work for you? Please. We have no idea who or what we might run into. Hitomi gave a slight nod.
Alright,
She said.
but let me go first, and you follow, okay?
Got it, Achi replied. Achi waited as Hitomi started walking, then followed her at a distance so it would look like they were together. So it wouldn't look like they were together. She headed straight for the van. Yeah. People with black trench coat and sunglasses. Two men got out of the car, neither of them Japanese. Achi picked up his pace in case he needed to get to the distance fast. To close the distance fast. One of the men approached Hitomi and said something to her. She gave an affirmative nod. Yeah, suddenly the two men grabbed her from the other side. They dragged her from the van and shoved her into the back seat. Alright, this is a bad ending. This is the bad ending. I want them to go together, but not Hitomi in the front. I had no control over that. That was stupid. They dragged her to the van and shoved her into the back seat. Achi broke into a sprint. Of course, it was a trap. He couldn't guess what their whole plan was, but kidnapping Hitomi was obviously part of it. But before he could reach the vehicle, the door slid shut. The van sped off an instant later. Achi raced after it. He ran as hard as he could, thinking of nothing else. He couldn't give up now. Couldn't let things end like this. He'd made a promise. No quitting halfway.
and no turning his back on someone in trouble. But the car kept getting further and further away. Before long, it was just a blue speck that vanished into the seascape. No! Archie never saw Hitomi again. Lost sight of the van. Alright, let's do this over. But this time, with feeling. Look, just let me go first. I don't want to put you at any risk. Hitomi's determination wavered at the look in Archie's eyes. Please, please, he continued. We have no idea who or what we might run into. If I think they're gonna try to run off again, I'll give you some signal. Then you can come along, and I doubt they'll be interested in leaving then. Hitomi gave a reluctant nod.
Please be careful.
Will do.
And tell me if my sister's in there.
I will. You can count on it. Archie stepped out into the open and started walking towards the van. He tried his best to look as if he wasn't paying any attention. Yep, I'm just an ordinary passerby. As he got nearer, he tried to sneak a glimpse inside. The van's dark window film made it hard to see who might be inside or even how many people. Casually, he moved closer, still to get a better look. And then everybody got out. Suddenly, the sliding door burst open and several people jumped out. None of them were Japanese. Within moments, Archie was surrounded. Whoa, what? Hey, what's the deal? Archie said. He let out a little chuckle. Man, that thing must be packed. How many seats you got in that thing anyway? He took another step toward the vehicle and looked inside. Oh, guy pulls out a knife. One of the men pulled a knife from inside his jacket, thrusting it in Archie's direction. He probably meant it as a simple threat. But on reflex, Archie went into self-defense mode, kicking him right in the jaw. Kuka! There was a loud crack as his foot connected. The man dropped like a light, out like a light. The other stared and rushed in. Well, this sure hasn't gone as planned. Too late to take it back now. The damage was done. Archie was just going to have to take out the rest of these punks too. He nimbly shifted his feet, evading their initial attack. Having to take these guys on 3 to 1 wasn't going to be pretty. Archie! He heard Hitomi cry out. Crap! He hadn't given any signal, but she had come out of hiding anyway. Hitomi, stay back! How is he supposed to fight off 3 guys and protect her at the same time? What could he do? What should he do? Oh, people taking pictures. Within moments, a number of passersby gathered around the fight. Maybe they heard Hitomi shouting. Now they're taking pictures with their cell phone. Thank you, nosy passerby. This is a bad habit people in the city have, but this comes at the right moment. Thank you very much, kind anonymous people. You are the unsung heroes of this tale. That's for sure. Hey, what's going on? Oh my god, is that a knife? That ain't just some petty squabble. Someone call the police. Some of them began taking photos with their cell phones. One of them cursed in frustration and signaled for his buddy to get back into the car. Get back in the car! Abort! As he couldn't stop them, the engine roared to life and the van sped away. Knowing he'd never catch them on foot, Archie merely watched it go. He failed. This was his fault, all of it. Archie bit his lip hard. How could he possibly face Hitomi now?
Archie.
Hitomi's voice was hollow, empty. Archie stared out at his feet like a scolded child. I'm sorry, I didn't see whether your sister was in there or not.
I see.
The words, some simple and matter-of-fact, stung him to the heart. I'm so sorry. But Hitomi simply shook her head. The fact that she wasn't even chewing him out made him feel all the worse. I know I messed up, but he was going to say I'll make it up for it somehow, but he froze with fear at what he saw next. Ow! Across the street, staring at them, was the man with the cane. And he has his gun out. He's gonna shoot from across the street? He told me it's him! They had to get out of here. He grabbed Hitomi by the hand and bolted down Dogenzaka. The assassin followed, staying on the side of the road. Hachi wasn't sure what to do. Should they try heading into the alleys and side street again? No, it was more dangerous to head someplace where there'd be fewer witnesses. Best to stick to Dongenzaka for now. The man would be able to gun them down if they managed to lose himself in the crowd along Center Guy first. Besides, the guy had to use a cane. Hachi and Hitomi could outrun him. Hand in hand, they sped along Dongenzaka and through the intersection in front of the 109 building. Come on, Hitomi, just a little further. Okay. She was panting, but she pressed on. Hachi risked a glance back over his shoulder. Huh? He stopped in surprise. What's wrong? Hitomi asked. That guy, he's not following us. The slope leading down to the intersection wasn't all that steep. Alright, several plainclothes detectives have been hidden amidst the crowd in the intersection as part of a kidnapping stakeout. Right now, Detective Kuze is sending a message to all officers over the wireless, and so the detective has stopped to listen in. It's a bit unusual and observant individual might have noticed, yeah. It was strange that the gunman hadn't bothered to pursue, because he knew there were a detective around. Alright. Because, that's not Kano, but it looks like a detective right there. Still, there was no time to worry about his behavior right now. Hitomi, can you still run?
Yes, I'm alright.
Then this is our chance. This way. They needed to put plenty of distance behind them before the assassin came after them again. But they also needed to find the van again and rescue Hitomi's sister. Would they be able to find it and yet stay hidden from the man with the cane? Hachi wasn't sure one way or the other, but with Hitomi in tow, he hurried onward along Center Guy. To be continued! Alright, we finished the 11th hour with Hachi. Good. Now we just need to finish. Alright, now we need to finish Minorikawa. Since we jumped to Hachi with this point, we're gonna finish the interview. As it happens, I also like to interview people from SOS. Would you be able to put me in touch with your son? Yeah, sure. But you should know that my son isn't in the gang anymore. Oh! Minorikawa hesitated. Guess he's of no use to me then. Oh, believe me, I know how you feel. The look on Endo's face spoke volumes. There was no point in interviewing Endo's son if he wasn't with the gang anymore. I figured that Minorikawa's run of good luck would end eventually. Still, he got in the lead in the form of a name, SOS. That was progress. Alright, so back to the matter at hand. He flipped his notepad back open. What did you decide to do about all these juvenile delinquents? I set up a tiny little web camera in order to protect my property. Camera designed to send video information to a computer via the internet. Look carefully, can spot them outside private residence and even on public streets where they are installed for use in surveillance. Given the risk of transmitted data being intercepted, the image recorded by such cameras are generally encrypted to prevent playback by unauthorized third party. Many landmarks and attractions make their camera footage publicly available online. What? Available online? You can go to the internet, go to some attraction, landmark web page, and you can see the feed of the camera. What the fuck, Japan? But at some point, I want to understand, but still. I see. And I'm guessing the webcam did the trick. Sure did. And so then other local businesses heard about it and started asking me to install some for them. Web cameras aren't particularly expensive, so it wasn't too tough to set them all over downtown. So who's in charge of these security cameras? Members of the downtown business committee take turns. The cameras are connected via a wireless network that business owner can access through the area. A LAN. A communication system that can only be used within a limited geographical area. A wireless LAN transmits using electronic signal. Although convenient because it does not require cable attachment, there is a risk of signal conveyed in this way being intercepted by a third party. A LAN network. For web cameras for surveillance. How's your security for this wireless network? Oh, no problems on that front. Endo seemed surprised at the question. All of the footage sent over the network is fully encrypted. Alright. They explain in details what encryption means. I'm not gonna read that. But still, people can't feel too good about being recorded on camera without their knowledge, don't you think? Mirikawa asked. The shopkeeper expression darkened. We hope to strike a balance between crime prevention and protecting individual privacy. And who determines what that balance is? Mirikawa let a note of challenge slip into his voice. That would be me. I've been entrusted with the management of the security cameras. I see. So essentially, you're providing your own moral oversight. Are you implying that I'm abusing my authority? Endo shocked back. I'm doing this in the name of public order. Right. You have your 5 minutes now. Now get out of here. The shopkeeper stood up and headed into the back. I'll be sure to let the Wandering Angels know about the dry ice machine. Mirikawa hollered at the closing door. Episode... Really? Like, Wandering Angels are gonna be highlighted in blue, and every time they're gonna be like... Episode 2! When Akiomi Mondo didn't show up at the theater at the meetup time, production assistant Yukio Tozuka went to call on him at his apartment. Upon arriving, Tozuka found that the place has been staked out by debt collectors. Mondo had borrowed 300,000 yen and he wouldn't leave his home until he paid up. He looked like the only way to save Mondo was to give the debt collectors the operating funds for the theaters, but before Tozuka could head back to relay this news, the prop master, Shinichi Bando, showed up. Continue in episode 3. Oh my god. There's a hidden story in the glossary. The trials and tribulations of the Wandering Angels. Woo! Endo didn't reply. Mirikawa had gotten enough of a story to put an article together, so he decided to hurry up to a coffee shop and get started on some coffee. He was making his way down along Dogenzaka when his cell phone rang. The incoming call display showed Chiaki's name.
Chiaki, what's going on?
Oh, it's no use. She sounded like she was on the verge of tears.
What's no use?
I can't do this. I just can't talk to people passing by on the street.
What? Why not?
It's just that everyone seems so busy when they're walking past. If I try to interrupt them, they're gonna be all mad at me.
Well, who the hell cares if they get mad? Minorikawa was ready to start ripping his hair out.
But I don't want them to be mad at me. She whimpered again. Well, this wasn't about what she wanted, was it? She was supposed to be working, not whining.
Look, Chiaki, you need to get me those interviews, period. Do I make myself clear?
He hung up before she could squeeze in an objection.
Objection!
What happened to my chair? Can tilt it, I want to check something. Huh. I wonder if it squeaks less if I move it a different way, cause yeah, my chair is getting old and I can tilt it on different angles. So now I'm...
Damn it!
Minorikawa muttered. Just what I needed, one more thing to worry about. He pulled out his hair a few times and cast his worried gaze in the direction of Shibuya Station. To be continued. Alright, we finished with this part of the story. So now we have to finish Ozawa. Yeah. Our intervention, our choice seems to erase the bad ending in Tama's storyline too. So we're gonna continue with Ozawa, see where it goes from here. It's still on the 11:20 mark, and Tama is at the 11:30 mark. So I'm almost done. Yeah. Ozawa, Tanaka, 11:20. Ozawa called up Tanaka over the intercom.
There's something I want to show you.
Could you come over in here? He had a second opinion and Tanaka could be relied on. Ozawa opened the door the moment Tanaka knocked. He looked around before ushering his vice director inside. What's this about, sir?
This.
Ozawa showed him one of the images. Tanaka's face went pale. It can't be! Tanawa clearly recognized the symptom as the war virus.
Any idea what this is about?
Ozawa asked. No, sir!
These images were just emailed to me.
The subject line says, 1 year ago, South Africa. That would put it around the same time as the most recent run of infection, wouldn't it, sir? But that information isn't... Tanaka trailed off. Ozawa nodded.
The thing I don't understand is why these pictures were sent to me.
Ozawa opened the other email from A.
The second message I got that these pictures are my crimes.
I'll look into this on my end, sir, Tanaka said. He hesitated uncomfortably. Sir, just to make sure, are you asking about what I think you're asking about?
Oh wait, are you asking about what I think you're asking about? Ozawa said.
Tanaka gave a slight nod.
Understood, Ozawa said. Don't worry, I won't trouble you.
I appreciate that, sir. Visibly relieved, Tanaka left the study. Ozawa brought up a folder marked Uwa virus on his screen. Within the folder were enlarged images of the viruses himself. He double-clicked one of the image, he blew on the monitor to reveal the pathogen in intricate details. A specimen of the war virus was approximately 100 nanometers in diameter. 10,000 of them in line would make barely a millimeter. But a single tiny virion upon them entering a human body could become 2,000 an hour. Oh, I see this part. The Ebola virus has a typical incubation period of 7 days before infectees develop symptoms. A virus of the family Filoviridae that cause Ebola hemorrhagic fever. Currently, 5 characterized species are known. Thai forest, Sudan, Reston, Zaire, and Bundi Bugyo. Ebola is widely known for its high mortality rate, 53% of the Sudan form, 88% for the Zaire. But the Reston variety, discovered in monkeys that had been brought into the US, had displayed no pathogenicity in humans. Oh! So the recent Ebola virus outbreak in the US in the 2010s, that was a non-pathogenic Ebola strand. Interesting. For influenza, it was 1 or 2, but for the onset of the war virus, blah blah blah. Fascinating side. Viruses exist to multiply. No motive, no logic. Another email arrived in his inbox. Should not be the sender A. The subject line, 1 year ago, South Africa again. Osawa read the message. Do not look away. These are your crimes. This time, there were 4 images attached. Osawa proceeded to open each of them in turn. The first shocked Osawa so much that he felt like he'd been punched in the head. One of the Wu patients from the earlier image has been injected with something. No! Osawa muttered to himself. It can't be! The second image showed one of the infected hunched over in pain, vomiting out blood. The symptoms have already manifested, but Osawa thought he could see that some degree of life had come back into the patient's eyes. He rushed to open the third image. It showed a morgue piled high with corpses. The rictus of anguish on the dead face made them look no longer human. Various fluids seeped from the eyes and nostrils. The lymph nodes were grotesquely swollen. There were hospital beds stained with massive amount of blood and gastric fluids. Lymph nodes. Oh, they show small organs that function as part of the lymphatic system in mammals. There are foreign substance when a foreign substance invades the body, the lymph nodes detected, prompting the production of white blood cells such as lymphocyte and macrophage to consume the invader. A viral infection sometimes causes the lymph nodes to swell up as a result of increased activity. Yeah, now they see a picture of lymph ducts and lymph nodes. They were grotesquely swollen. They were in hospital beds. Alright. Next came the fourth and final image. More corpses. They had badges affixed to their chest with various labels: 6-hour pass, 12-hour pass, and 18-hour pass. It looked as if someone has been attempting live trials with the antiviral agent. Osawa didn't consider the antiviral agent ready for release, but that was because his team hasn't conducted clinical trials on humans yet. But according to these pictures, that's what they're doing. And there was a good reason why such trials hasn't been conducted. There was no way to test the efficacy of the drug without an infected patient. To run a proper clinical test, someone would first need to be infected with the war virus. No matter how effective animal testing has been, if the drug proved ineffective on humans, that person would have a guaranteed death sentence. It was unthinkable to run trials that involved such a deadly risk. And yet, as he looked over the image again and again, Osawa became certain. Without his knowledge, someone, presumably someone from Okuchi Pharmaceutical, had conducted human testing with the antiviral agent. The time markers on the corpse in the fourth image were surely there to mark the time elapsed since the onset of symptoms. A thorough trial would test the drug's effectiveness in those time frames. Osawa slammed his fist on the desk in rage. This was nothing short of a vile human experimentation in the guise of clinical testing. The people responsible could not be allowed to get away with this. There was only one person Osawa could trust to keep this under wraps. His boss, Makino. He searched for his phone to call Makino, but he stopped short as soon as he picked up the receiver. He knew he was in no state of mind to have a calm, reasoned conversation right now. Turning to the CD player, he put on Aya Kamiki's latest album. Leaning back in his chair, he surrendered himself to her soothing tones. Bit by bit, he could feel himself returning to a calmer, emotional state. There had been a time when Osawa hadn't listened to music at all. In fact, he had no interest in the arts in general, music, painting, cinema. It was only due to a simple coincidence that he had found Aya Kamiki. His daughter had asked for a CD as a birthday present, so he swung by the store to pick one up. Since Kamiki's new album had just come out, there was a display for it in the front of the shop. Something about the bright, colorful album packaging has drawn him in. After a time, Osawa could feel himself growing calmer. He took a nice deep breath, and then he dialed up Makino and he closed his eyes and tried to banish his nerve completely. No, do your job. Talk to your boss. He took a nice deep breath and then dialed up Makino. How's there been any progress? Makino asked as soon as he picked up. His voice was somber. No, Osawa said. Nothing much yet. A tiny sigh came from the other side of the line, the other end of the line. I see. Then what can I do for you? Sir, I'll just get right to the point. Have you conducted clinical trials using the antiviral drug? Makino didn't respond right away. What makes you think that? He asked at last. Osawa described the emails he received. When he'd finished, Makino let out his breath in surprise. Not over the phone, he said. We'll discuss this in person. I'll head over to your place when I'm done here. As soon as possible, sir. As soon as I can manage, Makino said. You're not the only person who's busy. With that, Makino hung up. There was no doubt about it then. There had been human testing. Osawa went to let Tanaka know he'd been meeting with Makino. Mr. Osawa, are you going somewhere? A stolid-looking man stood in the hallway, almost as if he'd be waiting for Osawa to emerge. It was Yoshio Kajiwara, one of the detectives from the Shibuya precinct. Who the hell is he? A detective with the Shibuya Precinct Criminal Investigation Division. He is sociable but awkward, and despite his reserved personality, can be quite unsettling. His colleagues at the precinct refer to him by nicknames such as Japanese Columbo and Little Ken Takakura, given his own quirky demeanor as a detective. Okay, I'm going to give him a Columbo voice. He struck Osawa as a bit too soft-spoken and meek for a detective, really. And his treatment of the kidnapping case gave an impression of flighty detachment that made him seem rather undependable. No, not really. Have there been any developments, detective? Kajiwara shook his head quietly. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not really sure what to tell you. Kajiwara then slipped a hand into his suit pocket. He pulled out a banana. Why is there banana? A highly nutritious fruit belonging to the family Musaceae genus Musa. Because they contain a variety of different carbohydrates, banana can provide long-lasting energy and are an optimal energy source when exercising. The famous slipperiness of banana peels is due to the oils in the inner part of their skins, but even if all the oils were removed, slapstick comedian would still probably slip on them anyway.
Are you hungry? Here's a banana. They're good for when you're tired. These are good for when you're tired.
I'm fine, thanks, Osawa said. Kajiwara seems to lack a detective's sense of situational awareness. Just being around him got on Osawa's nerve.
Well, sir, I need you to come with me, the detective said, if you don't mind.
He took Osawa by the arm. As Kajiwara hurried him toward the living room, Osawa could hear other detectives talking on the other side of the door.
Is working at a time like this? Seriously?
Sheesh, I do not get rich people and their priorities. Yeah, I felt bad for his daughter. Her dad's a real piece of work. Nice. They were bad-mouthing him in his own house.
Oh, I'm really sorry about all that,
Kajiwara said, pausing in embarrassment. Osawa pushed past him and opened the door. Six people wearing glasses, all wearing black, are on their laptops. A number of police detectives had holed up in the living room. They went suddenly silent as Osawa entered. So tell me, he said sarcastically, would you rather I stay here weeping as I watch this disaster unfold? The detectives winced and grimaced. Forgive me for not being a perfect father, he added, his hostility building. Kajiwara stepped forward to intervene before things got out of hand.
Now, let's not be touchy.
I am not being touchy, Osawa snapped. But he knew full well that he was. These guys had the time to sit around backbiting him, but not to go out and bring Moria to safety. Already close to half a day had gone by without any new development. The ransom demand has come in the previous night at 8 o'clock. Maria had been abducted roughly an hour before. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. by Hachiko Shibuya, have the sister Itomi bring 50 million yen. If not, the girl's life is forfeit. The kidnapper called only once, so the police were unable to run a trace.
I'll do it,
Itomi said.
Anything for my sister.
She didn't hesitate in the slightest at the suggestion that she made the ransom handoff. The ransom handoff. Osawa was staunchly opposed to the idea, but the police were on the opinion that it was better to acquiesce to the kidnapper's demand. Ai's reaction, on the other hand, baffled nearly everyone.
We don't have 50 millions just lying around. Are the police going to be putting that together for us?
Kajiwara stepped in to reassure her.
If it comes down to it, the police will be able to outraise the money.
Okay, go ahead then. Do it.
We need you to pay it back afterwards, though, of course.
Well, then what's the point of that? Ai's voice spiked up to a piercing shriek. Calm down, Osawa told her. You're making a scene. Ai turned away in a huff. It's all right, detective, Osawa continued. I'll talk to the bank first thing tomorrow morning and figure something out. At that, Ai stormed out of the room. Kajiwara bowed his head several times in apology.
As soon as Hitomi has made contact, we'll apprehend the suspect and take things from here.
What? Hold on. Won't that put Maria in danger?
If we let the kidnapper get away with the money, we have no proof that he will return the hostage safely afterwards. There was a certain logic there,
Osawa had to concede. I see, he said. So you're saying that catching this guy will be easier for you if he keeps my daughter hostage? No, that's not what I was implying at all. Kajiwara wiped the sweat off his brow and bowed profusely. At least, I promise, we'll get your daughter back safe and sound, Mr. Osawa. Obviously, there was nothing to be gained from further challenging the detectives. Alright then. I'll let the police do their job. Osawa bowed and even lower than Kajiwara had. How long are you going to just loaf around? I shrieked as she stormed into the room. Hurry up and arrest this guy! She was becoming increasingly hysterical. An hour had passed since the suspect had taken the money, and yet the police had made no effort to apprehend him. The police apparently had a rule against discussing an operation before it was fully resolved, and so the Osawas has been left in the dark. But they had overheard the task force talking over the wireless, and it appeared that they were deliberately letting the suspect roam free. Hey! I snapped again. If he gets away with our money, you are going to reimburse us, right? Osawa scowled. She made it sound like the money was more important than Maria's life. The detective exchanges uneasy glances. Hey, Osawa cheated his wife, it's only money, doesn't matter, or Osawa said nothing. I'm gonna say nothing. I think it's more apropos with this scene. By now he was accustomed to Ai's coldness towards the two girls. The twins were Osawa's daughters from his first wife, who passed away 15 years ago. Ai had no blood ties to Maria or Hitomi herself. Well, I continued, are the police going to reimburse us or not? She glared pointedly at Kajiwara. Well, right now we're focused on making sure Maria is safe. I stormed up to him, shouting right in his face. Stop dodging the question! Answer me! Yes, of course, Kajiwara squeaked. Maybe, would you like something to eat to help you come down? Do you want a banana? Yeah, not a banana! Oh my god, I was making a joke and now I smacked it out of his hand. Pah! Oh dear, what a waste. It only fell on the ground. It's not like it's contaminated. It's the inside that's... like if the banana was open and it fell on the ground, that would be a waste. But now it's like, oh dear. Kajiwara scrambled to retrieve the fruit from the floor. Osawa went over to Tanaka and whispered into his ears. I'm going to meet with Mr. Makino. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to meet with Mr. Makino. Tanaka nodded silently. Turning, Osawa saw Kajiwara looking in their direction. They made eye contact, but Osawa quickly looked away and strode out of the living room. Kajiwara followed after him. Excuse me, Mr. Osawa? Yes, what is it? The detective fussed sheepishly with his hair and forced a smile. Sir, we appreciate it if you could remain in the living room as much as possible. Osawa was in no mood to stand on propriety. Look, I've got a ton of work to do, he said. Are you here to tell me to play the role of the grieving father too? No, not at all. Personally, I happen to think you're an admirable father, Mr. Osawa. Admirable. Did the word have a ring of sarcasm? He had no way to tell if Kajiwara was being forthright with him or not. You're no ordinary fellow, Mr. Osawa. You're a genius. A genius? Me? Osawa made a skeptical noise. Well, am I mistaken, sir? You've made very important strides in the field of virus research. Oh well, so I've been told. Osawa wasn't sure to respond. He had never considered himself a genius. He was just someone who was more interested in viruses than he was in other people. Everyone who's a genius is also a little bit odd, after all, Kajiwara went on. Probably he intended that as a compliment, but still. And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with weirdos, so long as they leave us ordinary folks alone, you know? Is this guy trying to praise me or insult me? Osawa let out a heavy sigh. Genius, weirdo, what did it even matter? So long as he could be left to his work, he didn't care one whit how he looked in other people's eyes. Kajiwara wiped the sweat off his forehead with a handkerchief. By the way, what are you working on right now? He asked. I'm afraid you won't understand even if I explained it to you, Osawa replied. Right, precisely. Even if I give it my full attention, it would still be beyond me. He peered with sudden intensity at Osawa's face. I'd appreciate if you didn't hide things from me, sir, he said. Osawa gaped at a loss for words. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kajiwara added hurriedly. Goodness, that made it sound like I'm accusing you of hiding something, didn't it? The detective bowed his head repeatedly. I hope you'll forgive me. He held out the banana. That won't be necessary. How about this then? Chocolate? This time he pulled a bar of chocolate from his pocket. No, thank you. Did this guy just carry an endless food supply wherever he went? Oh my, Kajiwa murmured. You geniuses really are tough to sort out. He inclined his head, mumbling to himself for a moment. What can I get for you then, sir? What I really like is some time by myself. In a daze of exasperation, Osawa felt his way to his study. Locking the door, he finally let out the breath he'd been holding. Then his eyes alight on the bookshelf against the wall. Oh, that's a picture of... He pulled out a photo album and began to flip through it. Now we see pictures of the twins. They're so cute and they're so young. They're like first day of school. It's like a picture of them first day of school. One of them has black stockings, the other has white stockings, but the rest of the uniform are the same. And even the pin, because they both have pigtails. One of them, the one with the black stocking also have a black hair pin. Is that an hairpin? Yeah, black hairpins or scrunchie or things like that. The one with the black socks seems to laugh more. Like she's more full of life. I'm pretty sure that it told me it's the one on the right, because she's having a neutral look, like okay, and Maria is on the left. She's the one that, like, always laughing, but they have the same face. Like, oh, they're so cute. And Osawa has a full set of hair too. Oh, there were pictures of his daughter's grade school enrollment ceremony. Their mother already passed away from illness, so Osawa had taken the girls himself. He remembered that after the ceremony, he told me he had come down with a fever. He told me he had been rather sickly as a girl, falling bedridden at the drop of the hat. Maria, by contrast, has been lively and energetic, quite the handful. Osawa had found it remarkable that their personalities could be so different despite them being twins. Oh yeah, that's how you tell them apart. Maria's the one who was always smiling. That's how he tells them apart. Oh my god. He flipped further into the album. Oh. Why is Hitomi sad? There was a picture of the three of them at their grade school graduation. Maria was looking away from the camera. Oh, that was Maria. Osawa felt like someone had stabbed a dagger in his heart. His daughters are virology. Which truly concerned him more? Which did he truly love? It was ridiculous to try to compare the two. He'd known the answer before he even asked himself. Even so, human emotions were complicated and sometimes made people act inconsistently. One of the consequences of that was this photo album.
This was the last photo he had of Maria. He searched and searched through the rest of the album, but she was nowhere else to be found. To be continued. Okay, so the 11th hour is finished with this guy. So let's continue with Tama. How the job started. We already know that. We already know that. I'm gonna skip into the present. We already seen all that. So the guy was really wearing the cat mascot suit on him because he was carrying some sort of carriage with bags. And I just realized the mascot suit is inside those bags. One of them is like a green bag and the cat's ears are sticking out. That's the hip gag. Now it shows a suit.
Looking back on it, it was a pretty ridiculous turn of events. Still, if I was going to get my hands on that necklace, I had to take the chance that the job would pay out.
I doubt we're gonna be able to sell a single bottle of this crap.
Cheery whispers in my ear. I just have to do the best I can, I say. I sit more to myself than to anyone else. Once again, I ask myself, why am I in such a rush to get this necklace anyway? I honestly don't know. It's the strangest thing. Huh? I tried my hardest to think of a reason, but all I get is a dull aching throb at the back of my head. It's the same pain I felt earlier, as if I've gotten a good bonk on the head or something.
To be continued? That was it? What? Okay. I had no idea that was... Okay, but I have to finish that part so I can... Yes! I can move on from now. Once she's dead, you understand? He's right back where we started. Buddy, you're a weirdo. Eels and I are one and the same. Please keep the email a secret. Now in the 12th hour. Yeah! Cats out